Well, howdy, you Super Robot fans. Yesterday was the dress rehearsal, today is the real deal. Let's see if my internet holds from the famously broken up Mondays. I hope everyone is doing well today. My name is Austin. Welcome to the stream, live or in the VODs. All right, let's go. Let's go. I've been looking forward to this because I have, as I said a while ago, we just not gotten time to implement it. I would like to add a new rule to today's play, but I'll still hold that for a little bit until everyone shows up. We need to load state. Yes. To make sure we get to keep all of our ace bonuses. Okay, let's check some stuff out. Stream settings. Okay, good. We are on public because good gracious does YouTube love setting my streams to private when I'm starting them, which is so weird. That can get closed. And what else? I need to open this up for how and when we get access to secrets. I guess I had all the time in the world to actually make an overlay for this, and I didn't. I guess that's on me. I feel like there was something else I needed to remember to do. Oh, yes, I want to, while we're waiting for people to get in, I need to change my description to say that we're live Friday. Customize a channel. Though we're gonna probably have a couple of pauses so I can add things to the comment section myself today. Okay. We are now on Friday. That reminds me, I need to fill alpha still. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Get you live. Can we make... Yeah, I don't know if I like this new layout for YouTube's streaming services. I just like it keeps putting stuff where I don't want it to be. Okay, let's make sure this saved my last creations. Yes, it did. I guess let's do this while we're waiting for everyone to show up. I've changed around a lot of characters. You can't see it from this view. Darn. Okay. Basically, everyone we were using before has been rotated out. As far as the Gundam UC pilots have gone. We're still going to use both the dolls. Simone is going to be a high priority target for us for leveling up. She has some very good spirits in her last, if not her last slot, her last two slots. If not her last two slots, her last slot. So we definitely want to like try to maximize her XP. Ryu doesn't really get much more than I care about after Valor, so unfortunately he's on the bench. Sanders we're still picking because he has snipe. That's like kind of the only reason. We don't have a lot of other ways to get access to attacking parts. We do have it as a skill part we can put on people now. So like that's definitely going to help us out. But yeah, all of the characters that natively have snipe are all main characters, so no such luck there. We also gave him Hidden Away in the... I don't know why I didn't have this before, but the gym sniper needs to be the one that has it because it has no post-movement attacks. Kai is still here. I think... Oh, yeah. Right, so I needed one filler slot from the old UC cast. Okay, I guess not everyone's going away, but I needed one filler slot, and he has all of his... He has all of his skill badges down here. I mean, like, this isn't done yet, but... That's a lower requirement to get back on the team. And he has, like, pretty decent stats. He's one of the best melee pilots for UC. Judo can't because he's a main character. Rue doesn't really have, like, a ton going on for her, other than she's just, like, a good big bulk of stats for us. Like, she has pretty decent range. Admittedly, we pumped up some of the range because of the skill parts. But she does have a 40 cost fortune, and, like, we know we're still needing money. We always need money. So she's on the team. Elle is going to be a high priority. She has a cheer, and I believe she also has a bless. Oh, sorry, I called Rue's fortune, but hers is a bless too. Elle also has, I believe she has a bless later too, and she also has a decently aggressive new type curve, which will definitely be a benefit. Like we need to be dodging things. We probably can't take a lot of hits, no matter what point in the game we are. but she's also kind of filling a role. But I've never really used any of the, we said this yesterday too, that like the double Zeta cast like never gets the spotlight, so like we may as well. Beach is here because he's going to get leadership in a little bit, and we just like want a lot of those moving around. And he's a really, really cheap fortune at 25, so that's definitely to our benefit. I do have snipe on him too, just to keep our eyes open for it. Mondo is here because I think as long as we're doing this challenge, it is a super high priority that people that have people that have scan as a spirit get to be a really high priority on our list. They just get to bump down their spirit costs a lot, and like our spirits are going to save us, and it is definitely a super benefit to be able to do that way more efficiently than everybody else does. I know Eno has, I believe he also has 2 good spirits at the end. At least I'm pretty sure that's why I put him on here. I guess I could just like look quick. Where do we have pilot database? And Eno has, oh yeah, he has a rouse at level 58. So definitely highly desirable. Ooh, wait a minute. Oh, that's so nice. OBS was just not showing me the like 2 plugins that I had for like being able to see chat on 2 different screens, and it just showed up now. Cool. The Daltanius crew is staying. Admittedly, hold on. While we're here, I should look at the Daltanius crew name again so I can like actually call them by name. I keep forgetting what their names are. Kento, Danji, and Borrelios. Yeah, this is Kento, Kento, Kento. This is Borrelios. That one we know. And Danji is the man in the Gunpa. Alan Igor is out. Bright is we'll use him as necessary. Mikal is probably off the team now. Sorry. Just not. There's not a lot to level up into. I mean, like, he carried us fine in the meantime. But I might regret this. He does have a luck. It costs 35. But other than that, I don't think there's much to be desired. And I think his stats are on the lower end comparatively. He also just like doesn't have new type is like the real holdup. That we have a lot of UC pilots that have new type now, and that's just better. A lot of free dodging. Quattro is off because of bans. Amu is our high priority from L game. She is also going to get, I believe, either route. She's going to get one of the ones that gives us extra turns at the end, so that's why she's on here as a high priority. Otherwise, she kind of hunks. Her stats are looking rough, especially because she also doesn't have a spirit that increases her accuracy, so we're going to need to prioritize. All the accuracy parts that we get are probably going to go on Amu. AG's out for main character. Slager's out because he's like the other one-year war pilots, and he's just not doing a lot. Lala is still in. She is not enough of a villain for me to constitute her as like primary villain. I've said this a couple times, but it's worth saying again. The Elmeth is, this game treats the Elmeth as if it is a generic, so we're going to keep treating it like a generic. And if we end up needing to ban it, we need to ban it. Unfortunately, it did pain me. I was going to put Karen in instead of Kai, but she doesn't have all of her skills, her skill aces unlocked. And I think Kai is just slight. I think Kai does just edge her out. But if the comments revolt, we might switch back to Karen. I'm fine with that. I know we don't get to like use her very much any other time. Camille's out because he's the main character. Emma is definitely in. She's also going to be high value because she has leadership, so we can move some more accuracy around. And she also has like a pretty inexpensive cheer, so we can probably like pump her levels up pretty quickly. I like that she is usually consistently having cheer, but also kind of has stats as if she is we need a Super Robot Wars equivalent for a Jagan, so I don't have to keep referring to a different video game. Like, I don't want to call her an Amuro. It feels weirder in these games. I don't know why. Maybe because we're not used to it. I guess because they don't always follow the same role, but like a mentor character, but like give me an archetypal name for that character. Tap and Light are still out because we just don't have good units for them, though that will be changing. It probably won't be this stream, it'll probably be next stream. This whole list is all main characters, or like all super pilots. Cow is probably Cow is going to be the least prioritized of the L-game pilots we are using, but we're still going to use them. He just doesn't have a lot going for him at the end. But he is a warm body in L-game units, and they tend to be pretty good. Right, we said about Light. Might's out. Oh yeah, okay. I thought we were keeping fewer people than we were, but no, we're also keeping Sayla. She is the only one that gets to hold over from the 1 year. The reason she gets to hold over from the 1 year war is because she has a new type, and we will need that scaling into the late game. Topless main character. Lilith is technically still in a unit, even she'll always be in the L game regardless of who's in it. Elidor is also always in the hover track regardless of who's in it. Chris is a main character, Getter's main character, and then everybody else is low level because we already know that we can't use them. So that is where our team is stacking up right now. We are going to do, we're going to do scenario 29, the sub scenario 29. It is going to look very similar to scenario 29, like normal scenario 29. Not that it's been almost a month since we've seen that though, so probably not a bad thing. We're going to look at it again. But primarily because it's going to give us access to FA and a ground GM. The ground GM is better than a GM, but worse than a ground Gundam. But it is at least another variety of unit. I'm not sure how much we're actually going to get to use it, but we'll see. I would have saved after this if not for the fact that we had like so much stuff to go over. Okay, this scenario is a bit of butts because we need to keep the Medea safe. If it dies, we are out of luck. What is this? Oh, this is the Desurd. Okay. Backsinger is not here. Diosha is not here. That's okay. That's good. That's correct. Ground Gundam, G Fighter, Big Row, G Fighter. Daltanius is allowed to be here. That's Alan Igor. Batshu, Elmeth, Big Row, Backsinger, Sasuriger, no. Desurd, Dioja, no. Ground Gundam. I guess we may. Okay, yeah, we'll put 2 more people in units. I forgot to do this. We'll put 2 more people in units, even though they're not going to get used long term. The reason this is like this is we're going to get some more force deployeds later. So let's get Karen in something. Those are all Shars. She can go in the Dom. That's fine. And who else? Sure, we'll put Mikhail in the... Can't use those. Can't use that. We gotta have something left he can go in. Come on. Oh, sure, we'll put him in the ball. That's fine. But they are not going to get used long term because we already have enough pilots filling all of the usual deployment slot number. It's just that the dolls aren't gonna. The dolls are force deployed here, so they're not counting towards this total. Desurd, ground, and oh, is the ball only space? Hold on, is the ball only space? Surely you can deploy that on the ground. Okay, well, hold on. Surely we can fix this. Isn't there a ground part? Thruster modules, not for ground. Isn't it dust coating? Dust proofing. Does this work? Hold on. Parts. Oh, that's not those kind of parts. Dustproofing. Yeah, that should work. Okay. Okay. No, I'm still not seeing it. Hold on. This is like so much extra time for a unit we like are probably not going to get to use. Oh, can we not force it onto the ground? That's what I wanted to check for. Like usually if you put a parts, if you if you put a part onto something, even if it doesn't, even if it has a slash there, it like makes that happen. So like it'll like force that type of terrain to exist. So let's put one of the Minovsky crafts from the big row on. That gives it flight. I'd rather have it be on the big row. No, but this does let the ball exist. Okay, I'd rather, yeah, let's do that. What I'm doing for the big rows is if we don't have the terrain, if we don't have the ability to make their terrain S, so like they're S in space but B in the air. Wait, really? It's still not here. Okay, well, never mind. I mean, what this is still true about this will still be true about the big rows, that we're going to use repair kits when we don't have something else to put there, but we want to use the like change the terrain to S whenever we have the opportunity to. Like we do technically. Hold on. No, we only have we have S on ground and S in space. I wonder if we can. You know what? Hold on. Let's experiment quick. Let's see if we can do this, and if we can just like land the big rows, so they can just like slide along the ground instead. Seeing as they're getting deployed anyway, and they probably don't need the repair kits. That was just like use something with their part slot. Okay. Where are you? You're here, and then I guess we'll just give you the hover track then. We know that works. Okay. So much effort. Dom, big row. No. Discerned. Good gracious. Okay. Hello, both of you who are watching. I would have said welcome earlier, but YouTube, this is what I'm talking about. The like zoom on my like analytics is so tight that y'all are just like a single like one blue little like slash up and down. I can't even see the length of it. It's so frustrating. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. Thank you for choosing my stream today. I appreciate you being there. You could have picked a variety of things to do, and you opted to be here, and I acknowledge and appreciate that. Okay, hold on a second. Sorry, I was all stuffy. I forgot to talk early in the morning to get me all ready for stream. I realized I also should stop saying the number of people who are there. Because my mom was helping me test some stream stuff the other day, and she told me that she was watching at a point where I was showing I only had one viewer, and Control Room Guy was talking to me at the time. So like clearly that was also one person. So maybe there are more of you, in which case I appreciate you being here, even if you're not like vocal. That's okay. You don't have to be. Oh, Dread, I forgot to scan with Mondo. That's okay. We'll do that next turn. I'm also pulling everyone foolishly down where we should be going some people to the left because that's where the Medea is going. We can repair the Medea. Like, if the Medea was hurt, we could repair here. But because it's not one of our units, I don't believe we can. I'm pretty sure we cannot trust it. That sounds different. You know what I mean? We can't use the Spirit Trust. But we don't have just generics showing up. We do have the ability to, not the ability. We are going to see some bosses later. Oh, I forgot to use the hovered track. That's fine. These units are from Leisner. So we might consider capturing them. If we like aren't threatened by it, we might consider capturing them. I don't know if Simone and David can pilot them, but it wouldn't hurt to try. Not bad. We'll turn the animations off pretty quickly. Buster Rifle. Oh, sorry, Buster Launcher. Or Buster Rancher if you prefer. If you'd like to farm your Busters. But like that's good. This is why we want this is why I'm saying we want to prioritize the game units. Like we've invested into the Batchu some for sure, but even when we invested into the ground Gundams, like they weren't producing those results immediately. The Medea is demonstrably self-destructive, so we will just need to like keep that in mind. We do need Amu to have better range. Mondo, you are here. Let's get scanning. And you know what? While we're scanning, let's introduce the gimmick. So if you've read my title, and I hope you have because I find my titles very funny. We are going to be. I want to add a new component to stream called an Iron Man challenge. If you've not heard of it before, worry not. We will explain it. But if you have heard of it before, but in the context of like an MMO, it's different. I'm saying this because I just learned this fact like the other night. Okay, this will be an aside first. Because I kind of just want to know this answer. I don't play MMOs. I saw someone talking about doing an Iron Man in the context of RuneScape, and it was just like no trading, no spending like real world money for like in-game resources to buy stuff, and it's just like it's like playing the game basically by yourself. Is there more to it than that? Correct me if I'm wrong. If there's more to it than that, I would like to know. But that is the extent to which they described it. Maybe there was like some other like small caveats, but like if it's unique to RuneScape and not like the general concept of an Iron Man, don't worry about that part. But just like if generally we're talking about Iron Mans for MMOs, for our purposes, and this is true for like other strategy games. So like if you hear someone say this in the context of like Fire Emblem, or I know it's really popular to do this with Disgaea also because you get a lot of main characters in that game. An Iron Man means that there's permadeath. It is basically like the easiest way of saying it. I've had a lot of build up to get a very easy concept out. What do we have Emma in? We're gonna have the game have permadeath. So whenever one of our units dies or whenever one of our pilots dies, that's it. This is easier supported in games like Fire Emblem where that is already the mechanic. It's just that you're not allowed to reset to go get them. But for our purposes, I'll have to mark it down somewhere. And this is where I'm saying I could have made an overlay for it. And like, there's plenty of blank space over here that I could make overlays. Hold on, is that true when we have the maps, or is that only for the cuts? Is only for the attacks? Let's see. Yeah, no, that's true here too. So we've got space for overlays. So like left side I can mark units that are destroyed. Right side I can mark pilots that are destroyed, or something like that. But basically just to like add some more consequences, like force me to think some more. Put some extra strain on things. So and then the point is that like you can't reset ever for anything. And usually the other element that comes with it is if you get a game over, you delete the save file, you scrap that save file. But seeing as A, it's my first Iron Man, and B, I don't know what it's going to look like on stream. Like I've said a couple times that I'm just like so much more foggy, like so much more empty-headed when I'm on stream. So we might have some like some slightly softer rules where definitely for my first Iron Man, if we get a game over, that will not be the end of GC, because that feels unfun. I would like to keep playing, but maybe once we get more used to it, if we keep this up in the future, then maybe that could be a possibility. But also like the no resetting rule, I think works fine. Also, again, when you're like used to operating a lot of the mechanics of things, because we're switching games a lot and we have like really different mechanics. I feel like I'm also not going to give myself such a hard time if we need to reset because I forgot to like equip something, you know. But like definitely, like we're definitely not going to reset for like deaths or anything, even if I'm stupid. Like even if I kill someone because I wasn't paying attention, like that does still count. Like that is still my fault. But we're getting to the point where the fact that these units are grunts is kind of like not mattering. And I would like it to matter. Let's bring Emma down here to give accuracy. Though she herself needs to do something. We got to be a little more liberal with our SP to make sure we're getting those SP decreases. So I'll put that in. I'll pin that in chat. When we go on break at like the 2-hour mark. And then that's a shame. And like that will be, and then we'll just have that will be the case for all GC streams going forward. But I said this yesterday too about W, that I think these games are less games and more game systems, like how Pokemon is, that you can like define your frame of play. And this feels fun to me. I encourage you also to play along. I've seen a lot of folks like do these runs collectively, that like as the streamer is doing an Iron Man, the people in the chat will also, to then just like see who dies first, kinda. And like I don't mind. You can hold it over my heads if you get to live longer than I do. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we do game over though, I feel like we could like maybe keep track of that somewhere too in part of the overlay. Just like have it marked somewhere, like the number of times we've gamed over. The number of times we've died. Just as a way to like somehow still acknowledge the fact that like I goofed a couple of times. So then like my score will be treated like a score. I can compare my successes against, you know, next time we get to 0. Next time we like get 1 fewer deaths. Yeah. I forgot that Elidora has scan also. We gotta... There will be a point where we can't use him anymore because we're just like constantly in space. That like really bothered me when I was playing on my own. That I had everybody else with all of their aces set, but except for him, because I just couldn't get anybody back in the hover track again. Do you not have post-movement attacks? You do. Oh, but you can't attack small units. You can't attack small units. Okay. I do kind of remember that from the like 20 minutes of stream that I got into when I did this on last Monday before I just was like, nah, we're out. We're gonna burn these early, especially the XP, seeing as L's not gonna see combat a lot. Okay, that is 100%, so we're fine. I've not thought about it really hard about whether this would be good or not, but it does make me sad that, oh boy, I forgot how far reaching we can be. I could give them all a lot of movement. Just wait till you see. I mean, I did the same thing with the dolls too. The dolls can just like book it across the map. But I'm sad that cheer does not work on the XP gained from the supports. Oh, why are you attacking the bat shoe? That's so silly. Or not. This is why I was saying, like, there was no focus we could have implemented before this. But I'm also really valuing the bat shoe with the combination of beam coat plus support defense, because we're reducing the damage enough that it's like much easier to get it into the beam coat's range of just like fully dropping it. Yeah, but see, like the Medea has such bad attacks, seeing as like in universe the Medea doesn't actually have weapons on it. Okay, and look, now we got Fa. Weirdly not in the Methus though. Yeah, so we need to clear like all 6 of these this turn as best we can to like make sure the Medea is safe. If not all of them, most of them. But it will just like keep careening towards all of these bosses obnoxiously. I don't hate the idea of maybe saving these ones for capture, like for capture purposes. Like here, like clear this one because it's already half dead, and then like maybe save these 2 to capture. Seeing as Beecha is over here. And we've given him the ability Sniper. Though he doesn't have an accuracy buff on him natively. Okay, so what if we go here with Emma? Like, yeah, that's fine. I guess we could have spent something, but it's fine. We just save it for bosses too. This should give him plus 10, maybe 15? No, just plus 10. Yeah, okay, so the rivalry bonus is still just like damage up. That's fine. Arms. Oh, our accuracy went down. Oh, I forgot about that. Your accuracy goes down depending on which part we're attacking. That it drops by 5 each time. Great. I still want Amu to get as many kills as possible, so that works fine by me. Okay, these 2 are probably fine on their own over here. I guess let's get everybody else. Yeah. This is probably fine. The Gunpa's pretty survivable now. It's just like so weird having a support unit that is just like so good at combat because of upgrading the other 2. Yo, does Borrelios have snipe? I feel like Borrelios... No, okay. Oh, no, it's the Gunpa that has snipe. It's the Gunpa that has snipe. Can you tell how long it's been since I played this game? Okay. But like this is why like Kiao does not have a lot of movement or Kiao does not have Excel, and a lot of these don't have a lot of movement, so it's just we're never getting anywhere. Is Mondo up here? It's more of a priority to me that Mondo gets the cost down, seeing as we probably aren't going to get to use Eladora long term. But it does feel good that I can like make like talk about those claims, right? Like I have some sense of where we're going again. I think we're about a third of the way through the game. I don't think the game has 100 stages. I don't think we're just half. Yeah. Okay. These bosses are going to be kind of nightmarish. They do hit really hard, and I don't think they have a lot of morale requirements. So like we're going to need to deal with it pretty well immediately. I'm hoping when I guess last Monday was like routing prep. when I did that, I did bring a lot of my units over into this like peninsula kind of deal, and that did draw one of the bosses over partially, and that drew one of the bosses over entirely, and then that drew one of the bosses over partially. So that did keep us like decently safe, or the Medea decently safe. Yeah, so maybe like entirely vacating the area is not a bad is like maybe a bad plan. Like having people that are like roughly close is probably better. Have a bullseye. This is 4,600. That's 4025. Let's do that instead. Ah, bummer. Okay. Bright does have a post-movement attack in this game. Oh, dang, I forgot. Yeah. Actually, that reminds me. Let me save quick. I'm making these saves obviously not for resetting purposes now for Iron Manning. But because my game was crashing a lot when I was trying to turn it on today. So don't want to lose that. Yeah, right. Like if my game crashes, like then we can reload saves. But like if I'm trying to like induce a crash to be like, oh well, it's too bad. I guess we lost the data. Right? Like that's not the point. I just feel like I need to say it because I feel like whenever I've seen anyone do these kind of things, someone always comes in that like tries to figure out a like loophole to the rules where it's like that's not the point. I'm not like imposing this challenge and then trying to find a clever way to sneak out of it. That always struck me as so strange. Like why impose the challenge at all then? Okay. Have a focus. Yeah, Sayla still kind of honks a little bit. Actually, no, let's see if we can give her the kill instead. Like, we don't need to save this and feed this to Karen. Yes, and we're going to use a Valor anyway, too. Okay. That's fine. We still have a healer around. They are one space off. That's not good. I guess no, we still have Al, and then we could go here, heal Karen, and then the other G Falcon is just a step away, so then it can get healed too. Yeah, this works fine. And then we still have 2 units left. One of them is going to die, and the other one's at full health. That's okay. Like it can't. We've seen that it can't shoot down from full health, right? Like it's still only getting it's like doing some amount of damage to a part, so we'll be okay. That's a fine. Okay. Yeah, like that part didn't even blow up. Oh, sick. You were attacking Beecha. Thank you so much. Yes, did the support defense just to, like, give us some more tankiness. That's lame. Thank you for attacking Beecha a second time. Let's hit the legs. Great. Great. Right? Like, why are you doing that? Stop doing that. It's so lame. Okay. Oh. Okay. Well, hold on. We're not done yet. Let's get this out of here first. Okay. Get AG out of here. We'll need to like swing him up around and make sure he doesn't get like distracted by these two, or that those two don't get distracted by him. I will be right back. I need to go get something. Okay, sorry. Thought my water bottle was in here. It was actually a set of like disinfecting wipes. It's not the same thing at all. Okay, good. Good. Don't knock a candle over. And we are here. What are we going to try and accomplish this turn? The bosses did not move. I guess let's see who else has snipe. Okay, still just these two. That's fine though. Like, that's not the end. That's like pretty good. We also need to get Bright down there at some point, so let's do that now. Like, he's gonna need to be over there to capture them, so we may as well. Oh, yeah, sick. Okay. Is there anybody hurt so we can move them next to where we're just like not taking damage at all? Okay, so like here, we move the Dom down here. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, well, we move the Dom here. Yeah, no, this is fine. We move the Dom here, attack this way. Move the Gunpa. Move the Gunpa down because it also has snipe. And then we can put the hover track between, like, the hover track where the Gunpa is to give Sanders the extra accuracy he needs. Let's go here and head. Perfect. And then we can also heal the Dom from here. But see, like everyone's at like basically full. Like that's like things are way too easy still, despite our imposed challenge. Okay, hold on. This is 6-9 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so the white base can capture this next turn, so we may as well take it out now. Make sure we have snipe on. Arms. Good. And then we will move forward. Because we probably don't need all three of them committing to the next one also. Legs. And support is off. Good. Okay, that is capturable next turn. We'll see if we get to use them. I probably will still end up using the dolls because they are like pretty competent. They're like they are the like heal and they are the repair and the resupply units of this game. So like they are definitely desirable units. Hello, NR151. Thank you for the season's greetings. Happy capturing. Today's Immaculate Conception for you, right? Well, today's the holiday Immaculate Conception. That's why you were off, yeah. How are you enjoying your holiday? Let's go here. Bring Emma, bring Lala down far. Does Rue have an Excel? No, she does not. You were playing co-op Hyrule Warriors. we were just talking about that yesterday. Didn't you just? I thought I remember you saying that you didn't like Hyrule Warriors as much. That you just felt it was like too gimmicky. Are you giving it another shot because we talked about it? And we are good. Because the Medea goes first, we just like can't get out in front of it. And like honestly, good. I appreciate that we have like that is a wrinkle, you know. Yes. Yes. Fine. Okay. Well, it's better than Fire Emblem Warriors. That's true. That's very true. Also, if you are a guest, you have to make do. I guess that's fair. That's true. Hopefully, wherever you are a guest, you know, they would be interested in similar things. But yeah, I mean, I get it. I hope you can still find some fun in it. I hated horseback combat in that game. Yeah, I generally find that most Musou horseback is just not that well made. I don't remember that one like particularly off the top of my head. The last Musou game I've been playing was the One Piece one. And it's been a minute. Actually, you know what? A good Musou game is Sengoku Basara. I really like the one on the Wii. It does have some of the like Wii shortcomings, but otherwise it's like pretty competent. Having friends is great. Yeah, tell me about it. I know. I know. No, I'm kidding. No, I have plenty of friends. It's just because my schedule is so weird. Regularly, they're like, "Oh, do you want to do something? I see that you're free now." I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds great." And they're like, "Okay, cool. We're gonna go offline in a minute." It's so sad. Man, we gotta get Beach at something a little bit more accurate. Though I guess we are attacking smalls, so like it's unsurprising that we are having a rough time. How about the arms? Little dang. I meant in response to you having similar interests. I did not mean to imply you have no friends. No, I know. What do we have Sanders in? Oh, he's in the Gym Sniper. I guess we can still do this. We may as well get this done with. I wonder what a Super Robot Wars Musa would look like. I feel like it wouldn't just. I don't know. I don't know if that's like. I'm not saying I want that necessarily, because the Fire Emblem ones still like tried to pretend like it was a tactics game at the same time too, and I think that kind of ended up making it like pretty sloppy and clunky. But as we've talked about with a plurality of games, I do much prefer my games to commit than to not. Oh, is that the SP restoring one? I think so. I think that's dedication. Yeah. Did level 5 make that? I don't remember. Yeah, I won't. It's fine. It's fine. I'm so bad at publishers. It shows you where priorities lie. Like yeah, and when I said I played recently, I mean like probably like right after I moved to like almost 2 years ago now. The Discern's not doing anything. We can get Karen. Okay. I think there is something similar made by Level 5, original game hack and slash with crossover with Super Robots. Oh, you know what? Yeah. I don't remember the name of it, but I can see the cover of it in my head. I thought you were talking about the One Piece or the Sengoku Basara game. Yeah, but no, that is true. That there's a couple of like there's a couple of these games that it's in there. There's a couple of these robots that are in there that I was surprised by. Though if we are thinking of the same thing, if I am remembering it correctly, I kind of felt like that felt more like a character action game a little bit more. It was like a light one. Like it wasn't as complicated as like Devil May Cry or something. Or what it wasn't what could have been as complicated as Devil May Cry could be. But it just we did make the I think we made the comparison to these games being basically Muso games in the most recent gens anyway, when they just throw maps of like 50 enemies at you and they're just like you go nuts. I don't know. So maybe we already have that. I think we can save that for XP. I think we're going to be greedy a little bit. Doesn't it have like, I want to say it has like Earth Gain in it too? I think it compares slightly more favorably. I don't know, this is also the worst way of doing this. I think it compares slightly more favorably with the Gundam versus Zeta Gundam games we were talking about the other day. Like that Versus series also has, I think, a lot of similarities to it. I think I said this before. Speaking of Fire Emblem, I think I said this before you showed up, but I would like to make an amendment to the GC streams. I would like to make them also Iron Man. So if ever we lose a unit or a pilot, they're going to be dead forever. Oh, I guess I didn't clarify this. Because we are using generics and there could be multiple pilots with the same unit. It won't be like we lose access to all of those units if one of them dies. Just the one that did die. Like that, for instance, was very risky. Oh my word. Okay, we're fine. I think we used everybody. 2 we did. Oh, we didn't use the dolls yet. That's fine. Here, Simone will come in and repair there too. Pilots can die in game. I thought only units could. I mean, like, conventionally neither can. I mean, I guess like story reasons why, but like for our purposes, we're going to treat them as dead. Like the game doesn't have an Iron Man setting, but like, do you see those like the 2 big black orphan sections on the sides? I can like put some people's faces there to indicate that they're dead. Like they'll still be sitting in our inventory. I'm just gonna say we can't use them. Speaking of Dynasty Warriors, I would like to have a Super Warriors FE game with changing objectives and surprise side objectives. The only game that does something I've seen so far was SD Gundam G Generation OW. I've not played. I mean, like I said before, I've not played any of that. The only SD Gundam game I played was the one on the GBA. Oh, whoops! I forgot that was the sniping target. But yeah, no, I would value that rather than having this just like straightforward like slugfest. Feels potentially good. Overworld, got it. No, that's fine. That's fine. I wasn't expecting. You said you were less apt to go hunting for stuff before, so I figured the abbreviations are totally fine. If I'm gonna be sitting here, I gotta learn all the names for them. Is Overworld? Hold on. Is Overworld the one on Steam? But yeah, actually, that's true. That's true. I can compare it to a Nuzlocke. Yeah, if you are familiar with Pokemon Nuzlocks, it is similar to that. The only differences I will say are Nuzlocke usually involve some amount of interpreting how we get units, and I'm not worried about like we can only use characters on like there's no restrictions on the type of characters we can get or like where they came from, you know. Okay, I guess we got to bring the gun pub back. But that, like, put them in the box if they don't make it kind of mentality is definitely definitely the way to think about it. Okay. Overworld is on PSP. Okay, cool. Okay, we need to get these bosses out of here now. They are a threat. Okay, what's our accuracy looking like here? This is 65. I don't think we have... Oh, you know what? Hold on. We could line the hover track up here. Right, go here. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, that should be fine. Then we're going to fortune ourselves also. This is the reason why I wanted to try and get our accuracy from some other way so we could put a fortune on. Oh, that's such a shame. Okay, well, so it goes. I got greedy and I got punished for it. Cross Rays is on Steam? Okay. Which I think is a bit to number min-max for my, which is a bit too number min-max for my taste. That's fair. So what you're telling me is that I'll probably like it. Though y'all did warn me that it's like more grindy. They are more grindy than otherwise, so maybe they are also not for me. Okay. I think we go here. Actually, no. She's not going to kill on her own. So how about have Karen come in? Right, like there is fine. Bullseye. And focus. It'll give us a little bit of extra dodge. Not enough, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Not the worst. They're not going to do 5,000 to us, I don't think. You know what? This is fine. If this kills, so be it. We can use the fortune somewhere else. Cool. I think you're just dead to Sanders. So we need some accuracy. How much are we missing here? We're short 2 bursts of it. I was thinking we could maybe use the dedication, but that would not help. So instead, here's an interesting strat with all of anyone that has dedication. They can dedication themselves to restore that cost. They've still used an extra burst of it, and then they can still use their spirit afterwards. It's like a small, it's a little thing, but it does squeeze an extra SP use or extra spirit use in there in the middle. The way skills just increase stats and almost everything is generic just rubs me the wrong way. Overworld and Genesis had way better pilot feel to me. Oh, okay. If it's generic, then yeah, no, that feels like that's probably gonna be pretty garbage. That's like, oh, did this game come up when we were talking about unit feel before also, about how often these games make units just feel like they are all practically the same? Because I feel like having tons of generic skills that are just like, you've leveled up coordinator and it increases your accuracy by 2.372%, right? Like it's like all these like small little like crummy number bits that just don't feel like they matter. just giving out numeric increases of skills to give pilots mostly instead of just learning skills that do things that can be numeric. Yeah. Hold on, I read that badly, but I got you. Yeah, no, that does actually probably feel pretty garbage. Maybe I was wrong. Okay, we could just execute here. I think let's do that instead. Then have someone else still chip Manchiro. Like, can Kiao actually see any combat today? Okay, even then our accuracy is still pretty poor. I mean, we don't need to kill, so I think that's gonna kill us though, is the trouble. Okay, so maybe Kiao's job will be down here to clean this one up. That seems fine. And that also gives us a healing target. We've got so many repairs on the map now. Okay, so how about Borrelios? You used to have really high accuracy, but I think it was because of the... Oh no, we gave them really energy parts. Okay. Like we could still... We still have all of our big rows down here to use. So let's do that. Yeah, here's a bullseye. This is why I wanted to save it for Mondo. That's fine. Okay. But that should be low enough now that, like, this should be lethal. Well, I don't like banking on the should'ves. That's too poor. So let's have Emma... Oh yeah, while we were here, right? I forgot to check this. We did put dust proofing. Okay. The big row cannot gain the ability to go on the ground. It's already set to like be a flying only unit. Okay. Now I feel safer using the gym sniper. Okay, we would have been fine before, but I still feel better this way. I guess we could have cheered him though. That's fine. Don't go that far out. Stay nestled between the... Well, I guess it's going to move still. That's fine. That's fine. I love the Perus getting all the range attack skills, giving them way more reasons to use them than just having some one-stat increase skills and put on some more until you just cap skill slots. That is really nice, especially compared to what we were like... Especially compared to how we were saying the, like, Perus just don't do anything in these games. Basically, everyone can learn pretty much everything relevant. So yeah, it's the same garbage as Y. I like actual pilot identity. The Scirocco and full frontal getting the rare perfectionist ability is really good. Yeah, oh yeah, like that's I'm definitely in favor of that too. Yeah, and I guess Scirocco and full frontal do definitely share some elements to each other. Sure, okay. The Brewer's comment is on Genesis. Oh, I got it. Yeah. Overworld and Genesis had way better pilot feel to me. Yeah. Wait, you think it's... Oh, wait, do you think Overworld is worse than Y, or do you think all of the unit feel is worse than Y? Because I feel like the unit feel in Y is, like, just... Or, the pilot uniqueness feel. I think the pilot uniqueness feel in Y is just atrocious. Because I would buy it that Overworld sounds worse than Y, but Genesis sounds better. Oh, cross rays. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah. No, sorry. I'm being a dumb. Hold on. Let's reorganize that. Cross rays is the one on Steam that is very min-maxy number crunchy, not Overworld. Overworld and Genesis have better pilot feel. Correct. This is, see, that's what I was talking about. If I'm on street, like, at least in this case, it's not killed a unit. But yeah, no. I. Why is it that whenever you tell me something, it takes me 3 times to read it to actually get it right? Good gracious. Okay, we could give this to Simone. She probably wants to get kills anyway. Yeah, okay. I mean, regardless of which, it is still nice that there is a, like, I'm less upset about some games doing some characters I like poorly if there is at least a game that I could go to grab there's at least a game I can go to grab a character that I want to use. So like having a game where you can play that, like having there be a game where you can go and the Purus do something is like still pro that. I just thought it was a different game. Overworld has some really good pilot feel. I messed around more with Genesis as I near 100%ed it 3 times. Oh my word, that's a lot of dedication. That's like, that feels like a really high recommendation if you like 100% a game 3 times. I play Genesis on PS Vita, then with DLC on PS Vita, and then on Switch with DLC. I guess that does make multiple playthroughs really easy when you just have like multiple consoles with it, and then like, yeah, I guess DLC is good for that to like get you to like reopen it again. Because I'm not usually a DLC person. It just like doesn't cross my mind. But yeah, that makes sense. This is still a stupid way of doing this. Sure. Is the DLC just like adding more units, or do you actually get stages too? Surely it's got to be better than Wise. I guess for those kind of games, because they're like so attached to the like specifics of their setting, like I guess you could just be like, here's all of the unicorn stuff, right? And then they just like give you unicorn only. Like you just do the plot of unicorn with unicorn units, guaranteed, and then and then you can bring anybody else you want with. Like, I know it doesn't have to be Unicorn. I think you guys said Unicorn was into the game by default before. But just, like, as an example. The only thing it was missing was Awakened Unicorn Gundam that requires to beat the Unicorn campaign on Infernal. Oh, yeah, and isn't Infernal the, like, Masochist difficulty that's also only available for, like, New Game Plus? I mean, like, I don't know if I hate that, though. The Unicorn Gundam is, like, probably pretty cracked. It's like, I guess it's unfortunate that you have to play through like really challenging difficulty if you don't like that style of thing to like see the really cool like fan favorite units. But I could understand for balance reasons why they may have opted to make that choice. Thank goodness this thing lost its engine. Okay. There's no reason not to fortune all this stuff. We can like, I think we're probably actually at the point where as long as we can like consistently get hits, we can probably fortune most things. You have enough for a bullseye left. Someone's got to have a blessing somewhere. Here's a blessing. Oh yeah, Foz still got plenty left. Yeah. Nope. Still here. I guess no reason to not also find the cheers. Oh, Inos is so expensive though. Enos. That's fine. We need to drop them anyway. We gotta start using them. Okay. Sick. 10K. I mean, it'd be nice if we could actually check the map. I think let's put this on Archer Prison just to be safe. Oh, right. This doesn't have parts also. So we can just break off all the pieces right now and call it a day. Oh, dinger. Okay, well, this can still attack us. That's fine. We can still break 3 weapons. The DLC gives you a bunch of alternate universe units, Hathaway Flash's campaign, and a bunch of extra stages. Also, Infernal is not New Game Plus. It's just having beaten the game. Oh, okay, sorry. That is true. That is true. New Game Plus, yeah. No, the phraseology assumes that you're going to be playing with the same characters. You have to beat the game once to get access to it. Yeah. My mistake. It comes after the final boss in a game you can replay any stage wherever you want. Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta try these at some point. That's fine. Maybe this is like too ambitious of me trying to like not break the parts and just like trying to hit it, but I think we're being big slops, but that's okay. Because that has to go after. Yeah, that's fine. This part's definitely going to be unoptimized. Like, I'm not going to be doing this the most thoughtfully, but that's I don't think that will be much of a problem. We just, like, I kind of want to be a little sloppy anyway, just to give, like, somewhat carefully take hits so that we have more pilots to heal. Though, I guess this is, like, going to give Simone so little XP that it probably doesn't matter. Yeah. I feel like they could have added for this game a unit that could also heal, like, the parts on the units to begin with. Like, have like a precisionist or something that could like heal those parts too. Because like there's no world where you can't take that damage if you're taking damage. It does definitely like teach you to value dodging more. But it may have been a good include. Oh, go down one more. Yeah, that's fine. Get David in here. Okay. Have you done any nuzlocking before, or like Iron Manning before? I know it is not to some people's taste, but it feels like it's something you could. I guess technically probably you've made like soft versions of it, seeing as I think you said that you dislike seeing any deaths on your game clear screens. But that might involve some resetting on your part. What do we not use? Hover track. Again, always. No. Okay. If you're curious, I am curious. My NT was 4 Unicorn Gundam variants. There are 4 of them? Okay. I guess you said there was like alternate world stuff too. Maybe that's how. New Gundam, HWS, the Kshatriya, the Key Gundam. How does the Gundam world say XI? The She Gundam, the Tsai Gundam, Double Zeta, Penelope. Oh man, I love the Penelope so much. I think the Penelope's so cool. The Hot Scramble. I'm sorry, the Hot Scramble Gundam and the Psycho Haro. Those have got to be like the SD Gundam like styled exclusives, right? What is any of that? When you said Psycho Haro, so I'm imagining just like a Haro the size of a Psycho Gundam. Or like this, it's just a regular Psycho Gundam, except that when it transforms, its face is just a Haro face. Everything else is totally normal. Oh man, that feels so cursed. I don't remember the Hot Scramble Gundam. That has a naming convention, I think, similar to a lot of the like Seed or the Seed Astray weapons. Okay, we can fortune this also. Oh yeah, we definitely have more fortunes than we like actually used. That's fine. Or like this, I wish that little like cutout showed you like anything about the pilots. You know, sure, let's give this to Emma. She is the lowest level. Right? Of these like, oh, no, we're gonna give it to Amu. We're gonna give it to Amu. What am I talking about? Can we? Oh no, never mind. We can't give it to Amu because she can't hit anything but the weapons. And I'm not about to sit here to try and see if we can figure out how to get the other parts off. So okay. To Emma it is, seeing as she is the lowest level. And then Fa should have a cheer, which is also why we're going to use her, because she also has a really cheap cheer. Okay, that's good. How about you attack? Don't use a support just to be safe. Yeah, okay. We're good. 34, 37, 37, 35. So let's take the lower ones and start healing people. You're 33. Oh, right, we also need to be spending SP. As much as it looks like Simone already has her SP ace, I've just given her the SP down pilot skill, so we can get it even cheaper than that. Excel and focus. Like if we had organized it a little bit better, we definitely could have gotten some more of these over the course of the mission. But that's okay. Okay. Flash and focus. Heal here. The game has a bunch of joke units like Giant Horror that evolves into a black variant. Hot Scramble is Build Divers. Oh, okay. Yeah, that also tracks. That feels like that's that same naming convention. There's also a Dice Sakyo Gundam, which is a giant dice with Psycho Gundam head, which is from another Gundam game. Is it like a Gundam pachinko machine? I know they don't use dice, but like... Also, is this just like Gundam crossed over with Digimon? Like, you said they evolve. That's... What are these games? They seem very funny. They seem very fun. You're saying a lot of words that I never would have imagined I was going to be reading about Gundam. It sounds like I think I remember you saying that you really like building out your units too, that you put like a lot of, if I remember correctly, you used the Kshatriya's shoulders on a lot of things when you were building stuff in whatever the like build for the what is it just build fighters? No, it can't be build fighters. Oh no, Gundam Breaker 4. You said you really like the Kshatriya shoulders. Have you played MS Saga? Because MS Saga lets you build stuff too, and that was so much fun. That was such a good RPG. The ending enemies are absolute but the last bosses that are like, I guess they are secret bosses, right? Like you don't have to beat them. They're not the game one. They're not the like end game stuff, right? They're post game bosses. They were so dumb. They were so silly. But otherwise, that game was really fun. Like the story was interesting. I liked a lot of the characters. And just like getting to actually customize your units felt very cool. Sick. Okay. Okay, so we do get to keep these. We do get to keep these. So maybe it's worthwhile grabbing ourselves maybe it is worth grabbing ourselves extra copies of them. Like 2 of each, so we can have them for David and Simone if we need them. Gameplay loop of G generations is level pilots and suits. Units can be evolved to the next thing in the lineage of units. Example, Elmeth to Kubelai to Queen Mansa to Kshatriya. Fascinating. I guess the Elmeth goes to the Kubelai. That's like not a progression I would have thought of, but like I guess technically, yeah, that is true. Let's make sure I didn't accidentally scrap them. No, I did not. Okay. For now, we probably won't be using them because I think the dolls. I think the dolls are just better. Where's the other one? That's the Alex. Did I not take the other one? Did I turn the other one into parts by accident? Gun tank, alone, G3, gun cannon, Gundam. Oh, I quickly scanned this one. Oh, Gundam something. Guns, Steto, Suteto, Gun State. The most American unit ever. We're gonna rename one of our states the Gun State. You know which one it is without me telling you. Okay. Where are you, Gun State? Nowhere, because I'm in pilots. Okay. They're all ranged. That's fine. And not the drow. Okay, yeah. We probably will end up using them very much. I think the dolls are still just better, but it's good to have options. It's good to have options. Okay, so I don't know where we're putting our I don't remember where we've been putting our upgrades. We have upgrades in the G7 because that's where we were spending our money when we couldn't actually fulfill the conditions of the challenge. The Elmeth starts with 2 points. Baxinger starts with 2 points. SRW starts with 2 points. Dioja does too. Breiger was just a cheap way to get rid of one more of them. Oh, I guess we were maxing out the bat shoe. Okay. So, like, there, maybe? Yeah, like, that's maybe fine. Also, the game has Unicorn Gundam Full Armor, Unit 2, Unit 3, Gundam Unicorn, Green NTD, and Awakened Unicorn Gundam. What is... I don't remember a Full Armor one. Interesting. I also don't know what a Unicorn Gundam Green NTD is. I'm pretty sure there was, like... I watched the like, TV show, but I feel like the movie does something different, maybe? I did, like, not follow all of the stuff of Unicorn when it was coming out. This is what I was saying, like, all the ancillary material, I just, like, don't pay attention to and probably should. Full Armor is in V. Okay, good. Okay, cool. So what you're telling me is I just have another reason why I need to play more of the International Saga. Knowing the development lines in Genesis allows you to break the game by training the right mechs to get better suits. Oh, I'm sure. Right? It's the same thing I talk about with these all the time, that, like, I'm sure that there are probably lines to know about like who to upgrade when and how that would like absolutely crack this challenge in half. Still, it would lead to find like ways to ban some of it. But if do I know them? Absolutely not. Where is the bat shoe? Okay, how much more money do we need to finish this? Oh, so much. Okay. I was gonna say, can we sell stuff off to finish it? But I figured it was gonna be somewhat expensive, but that's so much more money. All right, let's save quick. So again, if my game crashes, emulation, save. Repeating that multiple times doesn't do anything, though there will be stages later that will still matter. Green NTD is after Benager gets full control of the NTD and no longer being controlled by it. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that had a different name. Hold on. I need to look this up then. Oh, it's when... Okay. Got it. I forgot the name of the system that it was. It's when he, like... Yeah. I guess I would have assumed that would have just, like, been a passive on the, like, regular unit, but I guess it makes sense to, like, keep it separate if there's a story point for it. And it was played as a big plot point in V, the full armor unicorn. Neat. Okay, cool. I guess apology. I've not played V. I've played some of T. That's it. Fascinating. Okay, cool. I know. I'm just like bad at this. All y'all play these games so much better and so much more often than I get to. Okay, cool. These next scenarios are just pretty clean, so let's get to them. In V, NTD red was limited to 5 turns, and green NTD was a limited power-up. Cool. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. Or I could see how they got to it. I could see how they got to that logic. But yeah, like I think maybe that's like one of, I think secretly we've acknowledged one of the biggest faults with a lot of the like stat up effects of these games is that they just make them permanent for the rest of the scenario rather than being them like only for a couple turns, right? Make them a command input that you like activate, turn it on, and then it only lasts for a little bit of time. You know, I'm not saying better than you. I mean, y'all have been able to correct a lot of goofs that I make, so. At the very least, there's feels like there's some like very obvious stuff that I'm missing. But that's also just like the nature of streaming, right? That there's like, what's the meme that if you're on a deserted island, the thing that you should bring with you is not survival supplies, but a pack of playing cards. Try to set up solitaire, and somehow someone's going to find you to correct on what your play was. That like the nature of just watching it means that you're going to be able to like see some things a lot easier, but. The DLC Barbados in 30 has its power-up state, is limited to 2 turns. Oh, okay. That's good. I like that. I'm pro that. I know Control Room Guy has led me to, like, hate 30, which I probably still will. But I appreciate that. That's a lot more subtlety than I would have expected out of some of the more recent games. Speaking of knowing the game better to have lines, I don't know if we actually, like, if we have to clear stuff first with the Mazinger team before we're allowed to, like, actually see the rest of our units. We'll see. Demo effect exists for a reason. Looking over someone's shoulders is always easier. Yeah. It's true. It is true. Yeah, we're like, yeah, like an eternity to think is also like makes these so much cleaner. Where like, yeah, like I've also got, I just need to like constantly keep my eye out to make sure my like internet isn't also dying too. Yeah. I gotta be hard on I gotta be hard on myself to like keep myself being better though, you know. It's fine. Technically, we should be dodging these, but they're the massacres. They're probably not gonna get much of a dodge chance. Let's see. If so, we'll just do what we did last time, which is we'll like mark our money down, and then we'll spend or delete that amount of money. Like I can uncode that amount of money. And act like this didn't happen if like the game's gonna force us to play without the rest of the team for a bit. There we go. No, we're good. We're good. Is that what I was thinking before I could write it in regards to evade? Good job. Thank you. Yeah, no, I like there's definitely times where I'm also like more willing to play sloppy because like while technically it is better, it also just like kind of doesn't matter though. Right? But like if these were actual units we were using, I'd be like more concerned about it probably. But I'm also like trying to like not think about how to optimize for characters we're not gonna play as too, you know? This is such a different rendition of this is such a different rendition of the Majinkaiser bits. Oh, is that the whole stage? Oh, that's so funny. Okay. Great, that was really fast. Good work, team. Fastest clear yet. So yeah, so in fact, neither. The stage just ends. We never got to see our units, but that's okay. That is a-okay. Because now we'll come in and clean up the mess that's left after these with these three. I like the other Majinkaiser theme more. Me too. Me too. One of them is a song that I have on my phone. One of them is not. And I found it so hard to actually find that one too. Like I found it so hard to like actually get that music. It just went to default to the other one. Man, I'm so excited for the Raijano to be back. Not that one though. Not that one though. We've got Shapiro showing up in his new duds. And the Belzeb, Falzeb, and I don't remember what the Mohawked man's name is. But they're the Raijano villains are finally back in the plot again. Yeah, see, I don't think. No, we're getting close to a point where we're gonna like really intentionally hard stall for captures. Okay. When someone says "me too," I always think the sound of the sound Mitaurus made in Mega Man NT Warriors. I don't know that reference. Did I jog a good or bad sound memory? Mitars is Mitars a robot master? Man, I also really want to get into Mega Man. I really love. There's a band called the Proto Men. I think their music is so good, and it's an interpretation of the like first two games of Mega Man. Definitely worth a listen if you like Mega Man, or also just like good rock music. The Pickaxe Virus. Oh, got it. I have like turned. Battle Network is also I think the game that I have almost played. I have like opened up my like folder for it. I've like unpacked it onto my GBA like 7 or 8 times, and I just never like followed through with it. Yeah, I think I probably would like Battle Network a lot. That's, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the one where you have this like small kind of chess grid. You are on one side, your opponent's on the other side, and there's like you move around orthogonally directionally, and you like add cards or like chips in to like do different effects. Okay, so these are the pieces. These are 2 of the 3 pieces of the Raijin-O, and these are going to be fair game for our purposes, seeing as the Daltanius pieces are also. They are probably better. They have HP and energy regens. But otherwise they're going to function probably pretty similarly, at least as far as combat goes. They don't have resupply though between them. I can't remember if we got to use them before or not, or whether we were only using the Raijin. No, you know, I think we probably did use these before. We probably used them at the beginning. Things are going to be rough though. I don't know if we're going to like actually get to complete the stage right now with them. I hope we don't have to. But we're gonna do our best. That's not the worst in terms of damage. Let's get adjacent. Yeah, we can probably take something out. Maybe one. We can probably take one thing out a turn, depending on how like enemy combat goes. Yeah, that's fine. Pass it over. We just like need like terrain that's like adjacent to each other though, so they can both be standing on something. Also, the anime was pretty fun. Also, description is correct. Okay, cool. I'm glad I remember the right thing. I liked the show, the few parts of it that I got to see, but I didn't get to see it. I did not get to see it a lot. Also, I love Beast Out, especially in Mega Man EXE Beast. Is that a sound? Is that a music, or is that like one of the effects, the card effects? Hold on. Imaginary Finality 33 at 92. New here, how many Super Robot games have you played? Let's count together. But also, while I'm counting, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you being here. I have played 2 complete box, 3 complete box. R, 64, this, GC, Neo. We just finished Y. I've played enough of T that I would count it. I played like the first half of T. We did 64 already. D, that's up to 9. And right now we are actively playing Alpha and W also on the channel, but we're still early on into those, so I'm not like I'm not quite counting them yet. But like that's an active play. I'm pretty early on into my time playing them, but I am trying to be like really, really data driven about playing them. Or I could say that because I used to try to be, but I feel like we've not really had much time to do that recently. What and how many have you played? Are you a veteran of the series, or are you on the newer end of things? Mega Man EX Beast is the second to last season. Oh, okay. Beast Out does sound like it should be a transformation sequence. Like it is grammatically similar to like hulking out, it feels like. Just to keep you in the know with things. Imaginary Finality. We are playing with quote only the generics. I have that in quotes because like the Raijin-O pieces are not generic. But these games are like too easy, so I wanted to try to find a way to make them harder. And my way of making them harder was banning all the good units. Or not all the good units. Like we are technically still we're still using the gym sniper, but I finished OG's Moon Dwellers VT X30 Y and W. I forget sometimes how much more of like an early like Not early. I forget sometimes how much more of an early player you are. Not early, still not the right word. A new player you are at R151. I tried Alpha Gaiden, AP, J, and OG GBA. The OG GBA is just the first one, right? That's what you all told me, that the OGs are divided on GBA and then together in OGs in the PS2. I played every since Alpha except OG series. Oh, sick. Okay. A long time veteran then. Well, welcome. I would like to at some point get through basically everything. I would like this to be a repository for this entire series. And the mobile ones, okay, sorry, not everyone. I do not, I pretend that the mobile games don't exist. So, at the very least, you'll never get that content from me here, but you have literally zero obligation to be here at any time, but I stream on Sundays and Thursdays right now. That is the Sundays and Thursdays are our like primary game playthrough. It's like where I'm playing a new game for the first time. And right now that is W. Then on Mondays we always play. We're doing like some sort of challenge. Right now it's the GC's generic. And then every other Friday, we do something that's Super Robot Wars adjacent. So like right now we're playing Fantasy Maiden Wars, though we might do some like SD Gundam at some point. And then on every Wednesday I will upload, and then every Friday that I'm not streaming, I will also upload a pre-recorded playthrough of Alpha that I'm making. Speaking of AP, there is a ROM hack that rebalances player units. Have you heard of it? I have seen all of the like rebalance patches that are like supposed to make the games theoretically easier, more playable. And does it surprise you that I want no part of them? Don't make it easier for me. But like, especially with difficulty ROM hacks like that, I feel like I really want to wait on those until I have like played the game once first to like get a sense of what the game really wants me to be, you know? I'm glad you're in support of me and us ignoring the mobile games generally. Also, I finished Battle Moon Wars and Fantasy Maiden Wars DOSD. Oh yeah, Dream of the Dreamer. Yeah, because like, those should definitely get included. They should definitely get included. So right, like I'm just starting Fantasy Maiden Wars, and I've not played any of the other adjacent ones. I have played a lot of tactics games though. I've played a lot of tactics games. Like I've played probably thousands of hours of Disgaea, and I don't know. I played a lot. I played a lot of the. My first tactics game was Final Fantasy Tactics. Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced. I played that with my dad, my cousin, and my uncle when I was a kid. Oh, because this is large, we have to attack its body. Yeah. I don't know if this is going to be doable as it stands right now with without having the rest of the team show up. Yeah, we probably also need to be dodging those. We need to, like, they're not worth those. That damage is not worth it. These, on the other hand, probably are. Okay. Oh, that's not what we want to do. We want to dodge that. That's fine. Thank goodness. Oh, but they're all, like, literally on the wrong side of the map. Okay. I'll look at that in a second. I just find it interesting also they wrote that they also want to rebalance the enemies since they are now inaccurate at some points. Curious about the full try after finishing AP, which is BS. Yeah. I'm like, forgive me if what I said sounded dismissive of it. Like, I'm definitely very interested in it. But I also would like to, yeah, like I want to see what the difficulty looks like before. But I am very curious. Okay, let's cut David and the doll. I don't. No, it's probably not true. We probably need supports out. We definitely want the bat shoe. Okay, yeah, our deploys are just really tight because of all the force deploys. I don't believe. I think this is still the original unit, but this is also where the main character gets upgraded. If you are using him. Okay, I think Bright can just save every. Oh no, he doesn't have a bless in this game, or not bless. Gracious, he doesn't have trust in this game. Do we deploy anyone that has trust? Someone's got to have a trust in here, right? Oh yeah, Borrelios does. Borrelios does. Okay, we're fine. Great. Okay, so let's. Oh, okay. We need some more healing still. But yeah, let's start bringing these units down to get them out of combat. Yeah, we want to get them. We want to get them participating basically as soon as possible with the rest of ours. Let's divide you now just to make sure I don't mess this up. I do think I see some messages. I will look at those in a minute, but I need to not die first. I'd be so sad if we lost these immediately. I think we're going to heal everybody a little. We're probably going to overdo it a little bit. That's fine with me. Here's where we should have put these two on the battleship, but that's okay. Okay. If anything, Impact should be the one that needs rebalance. I do know that Impact is pretty infamous. I do gotta look at it at some point if I can get it to turn on. I have no problems with your thoughts on it, especially from what I've seen from the easier ROM hacks. I appreciate it. I mean, I figure you understood. I just need to say it out loud to make sure that, like, the rest of YouTube hears it. Impact is not fans translated, so it's not as available. That's true too. Is that like one of the few that doesn't have a fan translation? Not to mention PSP hacking is more common than Impact, which is WonderSwan. I think Impact is a remake of Compact, and all the Compacts are on the WonderSwan. But I think Impact was made as a way to get those games off the WonderSwan to like get people to be able to play them. Right, and if these three die, we don't actually care because we're not going to use them. So, actually, you know what? If they do die, that actually works out perfectly because that'll be stuff we can like put in the template for like characters that are dead, just as like a way to show them. This is fine because we can kill this, so we may as well get this out of here, save us some damage. To save myself some breath, not that I have to, but to save myself some breath. Imaginary finality. How would you like me to address you? Like, can I just call you Imaginary? Or do you want me to do, like, the whole title? If you want me to do the whole name, I'll definitely say the whole name. I just... Okay. We can probably risk one of these, yeah. And then just hope that Belzeb is kind to us. I guess my other like primary question is, do you tend to be a mechanics-driven player or do you tend to be more of a story-driven player? Because I am a very mechanics-driven player. I I do know that it's not necessarily the most common way to play these games. So I just want to make sure we're like, if we're talking, we want to be talking on the same page, you know? Oh, you know what? No, we're going to rapid fire some more questions at you. Apologies. I can't remember because my brain is bad when streaming. If I mentioned that we are playing an Iron Man, I think I did. That our units permadie are... Oh, no, I only mentioned generics. Yeah. But any units that get destroyed, we're going to act as if they are dead. And any pilots that go down, we're going to act as if they are dead. Just to give us some more challenge. So, and then also, if you want to fill us in at some point, do you have any experience with like any Iron Mans or like Pokemon Nuzlocke or any of the like other equivalents in any other games? I'm more a mix. I like neat pictures too, but good mechanics keep me hooked good. Yeah, I feel like you probably have a more healthy balance between all of it rather than me, who's like, I can't see the forest through the trees sometimes, you know? I can't see the forest for the trees sometimes. I mean, like, all of it's good if we're all having fun. Yeah, get this thing out of here. Okay. Do we have any more? We do not. Story is really important. I mean, yeah, like I guess that's also like kind of why I wanted to stream these, is they're like kind of the exception to me, where like usually I do care a lot about story. But to that point, our time spent with the story in W has been just a blast. I've really enjoyed that. So I guess I'm not all, you know, spreadsheet headed. Will you have issues with the cursed generics of GC? Like, I guess actually, are you asking me or imaginary? And then if me, are there other cursed that I don't know? You're more into story that W is your favorite. Well, I'm glad, because we've really been enjoying W. If you want to see someone's like new take to it, feel free to join us on every Sunday and Thursday. My VODs are also up and available for you if you'd like. I'm really loving this story. Okay, I think we're largely safe now. I want to try and make a path with our bird friend for everybody else to get around. Come on. Okay. I guess we can like, okay, we've kind of linked up here. That support defense is probably going to be a problem. Okay, I guess like we'll just start taking out that left one instead. I think we saved everyone we cared about saving. I mean the one I think called Gaza Sea. Oh, yes. Yeah. I am familiar with the Gaza Sea. It somehow corrupts the game according to fan translation. Yeah. The reason that is because the Gaza Sea is in mobile armor mode, and if you get a not okay, yeah. So regularly, oh, that's the main character. The units want to start in their non-transformed modes. And the Gaza Sea that you can capture can start in a transformed mode. And that obviously does not work. So the game just like doesn't know what to do with it. So yeah, no, we are 100% just going to pretend that the Gaza Seas aren't there. We're going to have to just kill them. Oh, this isn't good. Okay, fine. I thought we were safer than we were. Okay. Again, this doesn't matter to me. Great. So I don't have the overlays ready today, but I will get the overlays ready for using boss and boss and probably Sayaka now too, for examples. Totally fine. The game was kind to me. Okay. I think we are good. We've frozen, so I definitely want to save to make sure we don't crash. Okay, sick. Okay, now we're allowed to transform into Raijin. Not that that matters to us. They might force us to transform. Oh, right. No, oh, sorry, right. We get the Buckaroo also. Weirdly, as much as I'm allowing myself to use the pieces, I don't think I'm going to allow myself to use the Buckaroo because it is a singular unit and it is meant to be used this way. Where, like, the Raijin is, like, quote, not meant to be used in pieces. You know? I wasn't sure if you had, to go back to the curse question, I wasn't sure if you were referring to, like, the ball or the cannon, the GC sniper as, like, a cursed unit, because it's, like, they're too good for what they are. So maybe that was, like, going to invalidate the challenge for Imaginary. Because I do think in playing this game again, if we were to do this challenge again, I would probably say take Sniper out. I think it is probably too good. But I think the upper bounds of it being successful are, like, I think you can probably get a lot of other units to do something that's roughly equivalent. Like, I'm not sure how big of a deal it is. It just starts better than a lot of things do. Look at that very simple transformation sequence. Oh, it's... Okay, I'll take it. That's so nice that it took one of the parts out from in the middle of that archer jail. That's so nice. Okay. Yeah, I think no Bakuryu. I will not be opposed if everyone goes like, nah, that one's probably fine if you're gonna play these separate. But I know it's also more efficient to have healed them separately, or to heal them while they were together, but that also feels like too easy, too cheesy. But it feels like we actually get to... We actually got some stuff that we can do now. Is this too far away? That is too far away. Get in the forest. Take a... Persist. What are your stats? Oh, your ass on the ground. Okay, get on the floor. That'll work. If you're curious, the ball is bad in Genesis since it outranges most units, so they avoid in combat. That's so sad. I mean, that's probably fine. Like, it probably shouldn't be good in combat, but that does make me sad. Since how much I said I love the ball yesterday. Oh, that's... Darn it. Okay. Well, those should not have combined. I just pressed buttons too quickly. We'll make do. That's fine. That's fine. I think nothing else up here we care about too much. Yeah, that's okay. The white base definitely needs to, like, start making attacks to clear some of this stuff out. I guess I am going to heal the Raijin O I don't like it, but like that's what the play should have been. I won't full heal it with. This is like kind of a compromise, but here we'll do that. That like kind of still wastes a turn, like we should have. That feels bad though. Yep, we can do this. Also, what do you think the melee and range stat do in SD Gundam G generations? Sure. Okay. This feels like such a baiting question. Like, surely they do the same thing, right? But like, you wouldn't have asked the question then if they did the same thing. Do they? I feel like they work the same way in the... Oh, that shouldn't have attacked. I feel like they worked the same way. They, like, in this, as they... In the Game Boy Advance one that I played, I feel like they worked the same way. Right, yeah, like, it's gotta be... It's like, there's gotta be a trick question. This has gotta be a trick question. Like, is this like a nomenclature thing where like the melee and range stats are the like names of the attack stats for the weapons instead? Maybe. Is it just blocking? Is it maybe it's like your defense towards those stats? I'm gonna lock in as your defense towards those stats rather than your attack towards those stats. Unless you're playing the like softest game of like hardball ever, and you just like tricked me with like what is actually just a very normal question. This stage is really brutal for the setup we are using. Those stats. Oh, accuracy makes sense too, since the attack of the suit is added to the weapon-based stat. That makes sense too. Oh, sick. Okay, I don't mind losing a boss there. I was at least like vaguely kind of in the ballpark, but yeah, no, that checks out. That makes sense to me. I do like that, though. That does make sense, because being able to hit someone with a sword and being able to shoot a gun are not the same thing. Like, I have, like I know how to swing a sword, but if you put like a pistol in my hand, I would have no idea what to do with it. I certainly baited you there. Yeah, you certainly did. Are you proud of yourself? Are you pleased with what you did? I hope so. You did get me. I'm more of a real or super guy. I think the answer is just I like robots. Like, I really like... I came to mecha anime through generally Gundam, but I also like grew up with Transformers a lot, and I grew up with unknowingly Raijino toys. Like, I grew up with these three. And because I tend to be more mechanics driven, I'm generally also looking, like, as far as these games go, I will prioritize whatever I think is more mechanically sound, or I will also just pick the one that we haven't picked in a while, right? Where like, I kind of started, yeah, this was a bad play. I kind of started doing this challenge because we used so many supers when we were playing through Y, that I was like, I kind of just want to use some reals because we haven't used them in a while. But I think my answer to your question is just I like robots. Also, they have an awaken stat. Can you guess what that does? Is that like how limit used to work? Now, surely they also don't have that. Maybe awaken is closer to their is closer to what like SRW calls morale? Or is it just like how games feel the need to introduce new nomenclature for things that don't need new nomenclature and it's just EXP? I'm with you there at R151. Evading does feel way better than tanking, than face tanking things. It's just a shame that they make it so hard to some games make it so hard to actually like get the dodge job done. No, morale is bar between 0 and 400. Oh my word. It probably like surely can't scale as aggressively as it does in these games then. I mean, I guess not surely. Maybe it does, and maybe you just maybe it's like even more of a power fantasy. Okay, I think we do need Bright to come down here. I can't just have him sit. Is that true? I guess we could just have him sit here all by himself and then just like repair kit him next turn. This is no. We'll give him a charge and we'll have him come down. Yes, I want this passed off to the teeth one. That's fine. Oh, you can make an attack from here? That is also okay with me. Pass that off to the evil Raijin O. Okay. You got a post movement of 4 only. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Okay. We'll bring you down. And then... Oh, let's get you healed. We'll have David heal you. Or can we... I think I like this position better so we don't have to move David. Yeah, like this is fine. We'll just heal afterwards. Yeah, this works. This works. Okay. I think we're at the very least in control now. I don't feel like this is an auto win yet. I'll probably feel better once we get these two out of range, but yeah, and that's just the soul. That's just the MC unit not being used yet. Awaken is the new type stat. Units have requirements for awakening. Also, awaken gives additional hit and avoid if it's higher than the opponent. Okay, so it's kind of like skill. It's kind of like skill. Also, morale bar starts at 200. Okay, so so it sounds like morale is like a more granular control in that game than here, right? Because like we start at 100 and can go up and down 50, where SD starts at 200 and can go up and down still 200. Maybe you shouldn't hand me these games. Maybe I'm going to get like too in the weeds about their stats. Howdy, Yankee Canuck. I'm glad to see you're here too. We haven't seen you in a bit. I've always loved that Super Robot Wars deems okay to use English like Miss and Arms. I do love the like weird like bits of English that like creep in to Japanese games. It's very funny to me. Oh, yikes. Okay, that's fine. We'll be fine. I believe last you were here, Yankee, you were studying for a test, yes? How did that go well? Seeing as you were just joining us also, I'm adding another I'm adding another wrinkle to this challenge. So we're also playing this as an Iron Man. If you're unfamiliar with an Iron Man, it's like a Nuzlocke in Pokemon where if something dies, it's dead forever. So like this scenario started with Sayaka and the Aphrodite and boss on it. So they died because of just how the setup went. So I'll have to make a chart for them later, and they're gone now. It's exam season in general. I guess that's true. I guess that is true. Morale has several states. 0, forgotten name, timid, debuffed, normal, high, and supercharged. Okay. Super high is 400 and always crits. Supercharged is attained by kills at 400 morale plus super crit. Okay. Okay. I like that there's like more to do with it other than just like a single very basic percentage increase scaling. I'm down. Also, Awaken can increase new type weapon ranges and damage too. Okay, so you've offloaded it more from the skill, which makes sense too. Like that fits with the world of Gundam better, where like once someone has attained a really high value of new type, you don't just like always get to do that. And yes, yeah, we're talking about G generations. I'm getting inducted into the world of the other tactics game, which maybe we might start featuring on the channel on Fridays once we finish Fantasy Maiden Wars, if we ever finish it, seeing as how long it takes me to play that game. So yeah, here we've got the new main character unit. Not that we're gonna use it, but it looks pretty hunkin' cool, doesn't it? And back in the basic goes. It is kind of butts that we... Oh, we do both the battleships. I don't know how we want to handle that. I think we're just going to take the Gundle and get it out of here. And just say we have been using the white base, so that's going to be the one we are using for this stage. Now that we have access to both of them, I will gladly take I'll gladly take a vote from everybody in chat if we... which one is the worst one to use? And then that's the one we're going to use. Okay. Do we have Fortune's places? We do. Simone, help us out. This should be worth a ton. Let's Valor just to be safe. It is a real... I love the like comically, like I love the comically evil mouth. It doesn't have any defensive stats, but just want to make sure. Oh, we also need cheer somewhere. Fa has a cheer at least. I think her. Oh, we used hers for trusts earlier. Oh, perfect. Okay, you got cheers on yourself. On yourself, but on the Raijin pilots are also like stacked with skills, which is unsurprising, but sick. Also in Overworld, you have to buy a pilot skill to boost an old type Awaken, and you have 3 slots. Oh, that's really cool. You could like force people. You can force people to become new types. It sounds like, yeah. But yeah, I think we did say that like we've definitely extolled the virtues of games where you can buy skills, but they are limited to like a number of slots, which I do think is way better. Like, you at least have to pick and choose then. The OG is cool, but sadly aspects of it were dropped from OG Super Robot Wars when it appeared to the OG verse because rights issues. Yeah, there's like some like weird like legal stuff that happens with this game regularly. Like it's the same thing with Giant Robo. Like that got bunkered up too. If you play Super Robot Wars games, you play G-Gen too. I mean, yeah, like I don't need to be. The only reason I'm thinking of being like, or the only reason I'm thinking about it somewhat exclusionarily is A, because the name of the channel, and B, I just don't feel like these games are like cataloged well enough. People have done a lot of really good work getting them into English. People have done a lot of really good work getting the basics documented, but like the non-basics are just not covered enough yet. And I want to be the person who does that. So like part of it's also just like thinking about how much time I'm taking, you know? Yeah, only the Super version is in OG. Okay. Good night, NR151. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you being here. Happy, merry, celebrate. What is the term for the holiday? Merry, happy Immaculate Conception Day. Yeah, okay, those are all clear. Let's start getting these kills. These aren't Oilers, right? Are these Oilers? No, these are exhausts. These are exhausts. We do need to care. We do care about capturing the oil drums. The oilers from I was gonna say Common Rider. That's not right. From Raijano, do have just like monumentally powerful parts we need. It's those, and then these like chimera looking deals. I don't know what their names are, but they're from I'm pretty sure they're from Daltanius. They'll show up in a map or two. We have some like really important captures like in the mid 30s for missions. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Happy Holidays is like an easy go-to. I just NR151 was around yesterday, and like it's unusual because of his like work schedule, but he was off for a very particular holiday. So I was like, you know, we're about learning on this channel. I want to know what the deal is with it. Ooh, hold on, my chair's gone. But it is Immaculate Conception Day in Austria. I just don't know what the greeting for that one is in particular. Oh, whoops, this gun should not have attacked. It's fine. This challenge is like a little sloppy anyway. I guess actually this is worth saying out loud. So like because we are playing this with Iron Man rules, we're not going to do it retroactively though. Like we have lost some other units in the past. We're not going to go back and try and figure out what those ones are. Just like from this point onward. In the future, if we do Iron Mans, I won't like wait till the middle of the game to do that. I just was finding that things were getting too easy now, so I wanted to like do something about that. But generally speaking, you are going to play it from the like from the start of the game. Okay. I wonder if we can capture these battleships. We'll have to see. Simone is the one that should take this if possible. And then we punch it. He does have spare parts, so none of these are permanent, unfortunately. Or not none of these. One of these. Whichever it's going to be is not permanent. But we gotta burn through it somehow. We're not gonna do it all in one turn. And that gives this group time to come down here. You don't happen to have an Excel, do you? I don't think you do. No, it's Flash that you have. That's cheap. I guess that damage is permanent. We're gonna need to do it at some point. That's kind of butts. Take this persist. And I guess this focus just to use the SP more. We like tend to run out with Kento. We don't tend to run out of SP. We tend to run out of time with Kento. Exhaust being the first enemy from episode 1, and they decide to just use it as a mook is funny. I'm not gonna bash it as lazy because like you have enough when you're war mooks, but you don't need to have multiple. Yeah, what ends up being like present throughout the whole of these missions is like always very funny, especially when it comes to super shows to me, when like you know you kind not the point of them, but a lot of those enemies are defeated once and then they're gone. But like to that point, like that's why I'm using the Elmeth, right? The Elmeth is a generic in this game. Like they make tons of them, which feels very weird. Like why did you do that? There were so many other things you could have done. I don't even think there is a conversation about the Elmeth being designed for mass production. Like that's what the Brobro was for. There are so many 1-year war mobile armors that you could have had multiples of. And that you made it the Elmeth anyway is very odd to me. But yeah, I I think it is just the nature of that, like, a lot of generics don't have, or a lot of generics, a lot of supers don't really have a good cast of characters to like repeat and cycle through. So like just to get the representation on a stage more than just a boss one time, I get it. I like obviously this is like really expensive, so I understand why they did not do this. But I think I would have much preferred to see those, like, to see a supers villain like put one super villain in each of the stages, right? Like there's 50 episodes, there's 50 different monsters. Surely they had plenty they could make, but like obviously that's like a lot more design work, right? Like I get why that's like maybe not feasible as like a design option. But yeah. Right, which is exactly what you were saying. Also, this is a unique Super Robot Wars, so that means more 3D modeling. That's true. I do like the Raijin O here. Well, actually, we can combine it. No, we can't. This is the wrong tiger or lion. The Raijin O model in GC is, I'm pretty sure, the same one that they both use in Neo, and also what. There's a PSP game that everyone hates that does also use 3D models. I'm pretty sure they use the same one there too. So at least there's like, they can like triple dip on it, but like, yeah, they can't use the same animations. But like, that said, that's like, that kind of also can't be part of the argument when, like even across the GOE, yeah, that's the one. Even across the GBA games, like between R and D, they just change the models of units that they already had in the game. Like you didn't need to do that. That's so extra. I love it. But it's like not beyond them to like change models all the time. Cool. We want to use persist again. Oh, okay. We're going to use focus again just to keep burning through these for ace points, or for ace, you know, the thing. And we can just, like, make this circle around him and, like, do 3 of these alpha, beta, gammas if we have the energy for it. Yes, we do. I don't think this should kill the Borrelios. This would be pretty bad if it does. Yeah, we're fine, because it doesn't have good weapons. But yeah, so like for a unit that has pieces like this that we're taking apart, if we do lose one of the pieces, we will just separate it, and then like that piece will then just have to go in the battleship, but the other pieces will still be usable. We could sniper to get up here. I don't hate that, because we do want to set in on some of them like while they're coming in here. Actually, no, here, let's do this, because the white base is going to do less damage. We'll break the support defense here first, then have the sniper. Yeah, that seems fine. Great. I think it's fine right where it is. They're going to be moving in. I don't think we're finishing this turn. I don't hate this. This is fine. Let's clear out some more of these generics. And I find the Desu Kuramu. Death Claw makes sense to me. Desu Kuromu. Oh, Death Chrome. The Death Chrome Mark IIs are, I think, scarier than the Zypha? Fwa? Yeah, than those. No shot someone doesn't need healing. We're getting beat up. I guess we could just heal the white base. That's probably fine. It's probably less XP, but it's also not dying. I do like not dying. Okay, what weapons do you have left? Just this one. Oh no, okay, that can still hit normally. I don't particularly fancy the idea of you being left all on your own. So let's just back everybody up. I guess not. Oh, you still have persist on. Okay, that's fine. And I think once we finish the bat shoe, we'll start investing into the right Geno, is my plan. I think the bat shoe's putting in a lot of work for us, but I do, like, obviously there's a heavy incentivization to invest into a unit that puts, like, points into multiple of our units, right? Like, we're just going to get more out of those purchases that way. Don't die. The models now are basically the same since Z2. That is true. Yeah. Right, because like, we did that. We talked about that a lot during with the Y DLC. That a lot of them are just the things from when, like, the big O characters, like, are the same for when they should have been Z. Death Grome, you think? Hold on, I'll look. Did I miss a 10-10? Oh, yes, you are right. I did forget to read this 10-10 in here. This is normally this character is Ku, but the 10-10 does make it a J sound. So you're right. It is Death Grome. That makes so much less sense. Death Chrome makes so much more sense. Is that what they're normally called? Are you doing it because you can read Japanese, or are you doing it because you know the name of the enemy from wherever they are from? Because they've definitely, like, mistyped things before. Like, the number of times that I've read a Hazuka instead of a Bazooka because they put the wrong diacritic mark on has been very high. Hold on, I wanna see. Now I gotta check. Death Grome. No, yeah. These are from Dankugar. Okay. Yep, no, they're Death Gromes. That's so weird. It's from Dankugar, which I did watch. Okay, cool. Well, oh, actually, speaking of, because we've got new folks around, or we've got folks that are. Yankee, you've been here before. I know. But if you did not see my community post, which you certainly did not have to, we are doing an anime book club. So every week, we are going to try and watch some episodes of some show. I'm right now the deciding factor on that. Just because I want to get through my backlog of stuff and be able to talk about them while we're playing things. So right now, this week is Tekkaman Blade. Other reason I bring it up is because I was also debating Dankugar being the first one, because I want to, like, I feel like it comes up so often. I would like to know its plot. So it'll probably be pretty close into the next one. It'll probably be like one of the things we watch next. There's no pressure to join us. There's, like, no formal way we're doing it either. It's just going to be something that I have on to talk about in the background, which we've not gotten to do really today at all, but that's fine. But there's definitely some times where we have downtime and I need something to talk about, and having a show that we've all collectively watched feels like a good way to do that, I think. So if you'd like to join, obviously you don't have to. You can, like, dip out. You can, like, come in and out as much as you'd like as your schedule permits. But yeah, this week is going to be the first 6 episodes. This week we are accountable for the first 6 episodes of Tekkaman Blade, and we'll go through all of that, and then we'll talk about that on stream as much or as little as we get time for, and then move on every week. I guess yeah. Like I can't promise we will have a lot of time to talk. Like, if we don't get through it, we won't necessarily say anything. But I've had a lot of fun just having someone to motivate me to watch these shows. Like, it's like probably the most enjoyable time I've had watching anime in a long while. Ooh, that's not good. Don't die. Okay, we're fine. How off were we? Okay, just a few points. But if you do decide to join and you have like things you want to share and we don't get to talk about them, feel free to also toss them in the comments places, or just like, actually, yeah, maybe the comment section for the community post about what we're watching that week is like a really good place to put that kind of stuff. Dankugar is one of those shows that people don't like, but I don't find it that bad. It's definitely a case of Super Wars made it cooler than the show, but like that's a lot of shows. That's fair. I'm really interested in it, but like I am a known complainer about bad plot or like shows doing things poorly, but I will, like, in saying that, I will also tolerate just so much. So like I probably will enjoy it. But I might enjoy it because I'm laughing at it, you know? But sometimes that's okay. Sometimes there are things that are worth laughing at. And that doesn't need to like disqualify the show from like being, you know, worth your time. But I do find its transformation sequence very funny. It's just putting on a hat and some shoes. Like, really, like, there are so many gatai, and so many of those gatai are, like, rather competent and, like, rather, like, there's a lot going on when you watch them. The Don Cougar one, he just, the land cougar and the land liger just are his feet, and then he just gets a new head. It's very funny, I think. Back that up. You're fine on your own. You were fully invested. I guess we could go here. We need to we also need to stop repairing with Simone, and we need to start resupplying to get some like actual XP for her. 4 units. Oh, right, because we also didn't use the gun doll. That's fine. Great. We have a repair kit on the white base. I'll need to remember to use that next turn. But we're going to need to start blocking with it just to be safe. I guess, yeah, because I didn't say this too. If we, for the purposes of the Iron Man, conventionally in Iron Man's, if you get a game over, you scrap the save. You have to, like, start from scratch. I think because this will be my first Iron Man I'm ever doing, both on the channel and just in general. If we do get a game over, that will not end the streams. Like, we'll just pick back up from where we left off. I don't know how we'll deal with, like, the loss of a unit. Like, we'll have to figure out what that, like, will equate to, but we'll burn that bridge if we ever get to it. Okay. Repair kit yourself. Okay, these are large. These are all large. Oh, but Belzeb's not. The Jakku Satan is medium. So maybe we can also give that to Jin. Actually, no, they are like really far ahead in levels, so maybe not. Maybe they should not be getting levels off of this. Also, doesn't help that there's a list of Super Robot Wars shows with bad Super Machine TL, aka Dragnar, Dioja, Daltanius, I think, that don't have official. Hold on, I can't see that. Oh, translations, yeah. I watched the amateur translation of Dioja on YouTube. Yeah, right. If you don't, do they not? Surely they have like just regular subs, right? Also, I think I read that as super, but it's you wrote subpar. Is Dragonar not regarded as a good show? Or you? I feel like I would like. No, there's no. That's wild. Okay, huh? I'm just like so used to the world where like everything was translated. I'm sure we probably have subs it from some point, but there was like the great reckoning of anime when like one of the original like anime piracy sites went down. Maybe not. Maybe it just never was. That's so strange to me. Oh, man, I can't get into translation too. We got to get these things translated. That's baffling. I mean, more of a reason why to learn Japanese then. It's not that hard. I promise. I say not like knowing it fully either. That's fine. At this point, we're just cleaning up. Which is where we would normally, this is like the perfect opportunity to talk about Tekkaman, but we shall save the thoughts until I know some people sorry, hold on a second. Sorry there. Okay, just choked on nothing. I know some of the other regulars are participating, so they probably want to chat about it. I don't want to. That's the like problem I'm having is like how do we like incorporate this in a way that like everyone gets to like participate the way they want. You know, I feel like I'm not using Atlas enough. It doesn't help that he's not moving really far. We should like maybe give him some movement parts, but like the defense is really kind of what makes him usable, I think. But there's like some amount of like I'm not scared to use him, but I'm like hesitant to use him because I already know he works really well, and I like want to get invested into other characters too. You know, are all of these small? No, Borelios should be able to do it. Yeah, we're good. And then it's just the Jaku Satan left. I don't remember if you get Jaku Satan in this or not. You do in Neo. I was pleased with that. That was fun. Yeah, that's a better choice. Great. Who needs the stuff? Great, get you healed. And then I don't think we're gonna attack yet. I think that is too risky. At least here, but we want to line these up so we could like we have their super attack. I do kind of want to see what it looks like. I know the animations for this are wretched, but just also I don't want you to die though. Like this is kind of scary. Okay, maybe we don't. Maybe we save it. No, I want you. No, pass the damage off to the Gunpowder. That's better. We're gonna want to heal it anyway, and that gives us more XP out of it. Great. Okay, Jaku Satan dies this turn. Raideen is notorious for having half good subs, and then notorious half troll subs by ARR. Example of actual subs if we don't catch this fort. Oh man, that's like Dragon Ball abridged levels of sub. That's so funny. I mean, like, it's kind of tragic, right? Like, I'm sad that it doesn't have like full. I'm sad that it doesn't have like full, not respect, but like it doesn't get like the full high quality treatment. That's like so shocking to me. I'm so surprised. There's no alternative. That's so weird. You can read Japanese, but you hate all the katakana mech names. That's fair. There's some wild. They do be making some choices. Like the funniest times to me are when the katakana spells out like still just regular Japanese words. But it's like you didn't need to use katakana for this team. You have a language for this already. Same with Pokemon. Yeah. There's some Pokemon names that are like, why did we... You have your own language for this. What are we doing? But it is because of the like coolification of English. So even something that's like approximating English or like foreignness is like still really desirable. It's the same reason why there's the like, why we have like weapon, body, arms like on screen here, or like why we see okay, you know, or why even like non-Japanese characters are. Whoops. Well, that's fine. Non-Japanese characters are on screen, like, or non-Japanese numbers are used for the numbering system. Imaginary, have you ever spent any time in Japan? Because like this happens a lot if you go into a store too. Like the memes on the internet are true. If you like walk into some stores for sales, it will just say like half effing off. Like everything is 50 effing% off. Very funny. Because it's just a cool English word. Like I'm sure you've seen all the English t-shirts, and like it has the same kind of thing going on. Also, is this the same background that they used for when we were talking to Raiga in the like Salt Lake City base in W? That looks like almost the same like background art. We don't care about Wada. None of this. We won't get to use him at all. Okay, sick. Let's give me a save. Bam. And then we're still upgrading the bat shoe. We probably could finish it if we just scrapped everything we owned. But like, let's do this, and we'll sell some more. Like, we're never using all these repair kits. Like, let's do that. Was it fourth? Was it? I can't remember if it was 40 or 14. Oh, it was 14. Okay, that's fine. I guess we could pump up the armor. We could probably get another 11k. What else could we sell that's like also not that desirable? We probably don't need the dust proofings. No, that's probably not true. I feel like crit doesn't usually matter that much. Some of these things feel like they're like too good to use almost. So like, should we just spend them? Like, should we just sell them? I just want W back, where selling these things is 5,000, not 500. This is so much better. Right. This was the point here. Great. Wada's a weird unit. He's never been good, but at the same time, he's reliable enough to get the job done. Yeah. Like I think the G7 is like pretty decent in this game. But yeah, I would say he's like pretty decent. He's one of the few. I would say he's one of the few pilots in this game that can pretty easily hit the like quote no damage, the like take only 10 damage threshold. That I don't think like not a lot of units can do that, and he can without needing to use spirits, which is like not nothing. That is not nothing. Another SP 10% off. We definitely need to put that on somebody. I guess let's put that on Fa. She has two things we want to be passing over, so like that's probably worthwhile. We do have an extra support somewhere, so can we put that on Kento? No, he already has them. This is still fine. Just like getting it somewhere on the Daltanius is probably worth our while to start. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's look at where's the Raijin. Oh, we don't have it yet. Okay, we don't have it yet. We've got time to save that money. they're temporary units for so long. It takes so long to actually get access to them. I think they're probably some of the last characters we get. Okay. Why did I close this earlier? There's that. I see somebody said something to me. I'll look at that in a second. What? Okay, we're on scenario 32. Technically we could do the sub scenario 32, but we might just do it just to have like different content. But we're not actually going to get anything that we're not going to get anything that we actually care about. Okay. Hold on. I at least want to check. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Hold on. No reason y'all can't look at this at the same time. I want to look at, there's a couple of things we want to capture, so let's look at those. It's cigarette bots. Oh, they're in 58. They're in 58. That's like a forever away. Oh, here we are. Yeah, it's the Gara Dubla Mark 1s. They're in 38. They're close enough that we care about getting them because Super Alloy Zs are the best armor parts in the game. And then if we want to later on, like the cruise Var heights are like famously farmable, so that you can get a lot of Haras if we want on our team. But like getting Super Alloy Zs as early as stage 38 seems pretty wild. I don't know how many Gara Dublas we're gonna get, but like we definitely need to keep our eye out for them. I just knew it was happening. I knew it was happening sometime in the 30s. I couldn't remember where. I thought it was like 32, 33. But, yeah, it's like when people from the West get kanji tattoos. Yeah, it is 100% like that. Well, okay, sorry. No, it's not 100% like that. There's like some amount of Orientalism and the like exoticism of the East that is like generally pervasive. That's like what makes kanji tattoos interesting. Whereas America came over and like shot all of Japanese culture out of it, and they're like too scared to have their own personality now, like as a like cultural nation. So like there's definitely some more nuance there. Like if you go to like really famous places in history in Japan, like if you go to like really famous historic landmarks where like important battles took place, you just like won't see anything there. There will be just nothing sitting there, or maybe like a single plaque like commemorating like the Battle of Sekigahara, which I recognize is a thing that is like a little bit more like Sekigahara is like more famous for the weeb sphere because there's so much anime made about it. But when I was in college, we had some people as ambassadors who were going over to like work with like the Japanese the Japanese equivalent of the National Park Service to try and like help establish some amount of like cultural identity or like reverence for history. Also, I turned 3's only subs are someone talking the Italian subs and then translating into English IRC. That makes sense to me because, right, like, Daitarn is so popular in Italy because of Tutti Robo. Man, how is it so fraught? I mean, the reason why the answer is just like Gundam is the answer why it's so fraught because like everything got Gundam is like so monopolizing. But just as a reminder, we can't use these two because they are on our bans list. The Getter's too good, and I think the backpack for the Raijin still qualifies as like a unique unit enough that we don't get to use it. I wonder what's going to happen when we separate. Cool. The free morale's nice. Okay, so like if we separate, we each have to separate a second time. Okay, cool. I was curious how that was gonna work. Oh, these are large. This is gonna be butts to try and finish. Okay. You're pretty excited for the Hathaway movie too. I really need to like get back into Gundam. I have not done anything Gundam related in so long. I kind of want to start another project of like trying to put all of the Gundam timelines in order. I think that would be interesting. So like I feel like I'm kind of waiting a little bit for that, you know. Why did we not get a support defense here before? Is there like piercing in this? I don't think so. Interesting. Surely people are going to show up soon. Like in these scenarios, they always do. Okay, hold on. We can do some quick math. Let's try and do some math a little bit. 169, 104 is 273, is going down to 135, so 30.5%. That's 3,000, so that's 39. 3,000 or 4,015, 4115. We got 960. Oh no, we gotta do this first. This is just say 300 for the sake of argument, so that down to 150, so 1.5 times. This is like 1,000, so like 1,500 ish. That's like still almost a 2-shot, so we're gonna hold it. I don't hate this though. Like, do that. What's the point though? Because they're just gonna heal it off. Actually, no, there's no point to this. They're just gonna heal it off. We just have to wait. Yeah, that's fine. By the way, that unique dinosaur enemy is voiced by the same voice actor as Shiro. Oh, like Neon's voice actor is the same as Shiro. Like from Gundam, like from the 8th Evolution team. So if you want to hear him shout, get a robo. That's fun. I do like whenever we have like these. I do like whenever we have these like really strange crossovers. Not strange, but like crossovers of voice actors you would not necessarily expect. That's fine. Thank you. We get the Shingetter robot here. And presumably when we get the Shingetter is also when we're going to get the rest of the team to show up. It's just taken honking forever. Okay, we can at least kind of do damage to these ones. Even then, that's not worth it, though. The Raijin O pieces are probably not... These are a lot more rough than I thought they were going to be because they're small. If it was a team, yeah, I forget his name. Yeah. Is it Shiro Romane? But I knew the one you were talking about. That's not good. Oh, that's a shame because we don't. There's no reason for us to be attacking these at this so little. Can you examine the enemy's name? Sure, we can. I know. Well, the enemy. I know that the getter enemy is named Neon. Yeah, his name's Neon. We can look at it in a second longer, but. Oh, never mind. He goes away. Well, sorry. Here. Here, this is the manga version of him. But this man is 100% named Neon. Yeah. We don't have his Japanese voice actor here. I'm sure we can find it on, like... Hold on. We can definitely get it on, like, my anime list. Or, like, buying the voice actors will work fine, too. Yeah, this man. Oh, well, hold on. No, there's too many ads there. Never mind. Forget that. It started fine. My ad blocker stopped them, then they loaded in. Is this gonna work? Yeah. Here. Ignore the ads for a second, but Nobuyuki Hiyama. This man. He's also in Digimon. Oh, he's also in Megami Tensei. That's fun. Find Shiro. I do not have him appearing as Shiro. Interesting. How is all this stuff so badly organized? This is Shin-Getter. Same VA as guy for... Oh, he's also the voice actor for Gaugagar, or for Guy. That's incredible. This is just in Shin-Getter Robo, right? Or is it Shin versus Neo for this? Oh, you know what? You know what? Because it's not Ryoma in it. It's got to be Shin versus Neo. Because it's got Go in it. Here's a More Say So website. Interesting. They have the Italian voice actor also. Yeah, this man. He also voices, you said in Gaugagar. Yeah, he does voice Guy Shishio. Cool. And see all of his Gundam roles. He's in Cucks. He's Leo Leone. I have not watched Cucks yet. Eighth Obosu team, Shiro Amada. I think I said Amiya. But yeah, it was Shiro Amada. Keithron. Yo, he sometimes is Hayato. That's great. He's Hayato whenever he's in Zeta Gundam movies. Those are not people that I would have thought were the same person. Oh my word. Oh, sorry. He's also Azrael. You skipped a very important character. He's also Azrael. That's so funny. Good gracious. Cool. Okay. Well, that was a fun tidbit. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. Come on, game. There we go. The demon is awakened. Buttful. I love this song. This is my Getter song. I know people really like Heats, but... Or is this one Heats? Which one is it? The one from just regular Shin Getter I don't like as much as the one from Shin versus Neo. I also regularly forget that Shotachibana is a woman. Until I hear her speak. Great. Oh, right, sorry. Heats is Getter Armageddon. You're right. But yes, that is still the song I was thinking of that I'm not as high on as everybody else is. These are all still large. I mean, we're supposed to use the Getter 1 to solve this problem, but we're not going to because it's too good. And that makes the game boring to me. So we're just going to park you back. I guess switch to Getter 3 just to have more defense and then just, like, do this. And then just wait for the rest of the team to show up. I guess where I positioned it, we're kind of using it a little bit for support defenses, but I think it'll be fine. No, you don't pass that on. You just take that hit. Whenever we have these story stages like this, it makes it like so hard to like play this game in like with any kind of sense of challenge. And like sometimes it like really railroads you onto like story like plot points. Okay. Definitely you. We probably don't need the hover track. Bat shoot definitely. Ground Gundam. What else do we need? I guess we can take the 3 big rows. We can take 3 of the big rows. We probably want the Elmeth in here too. Like that's probably good. I know we just put a part on Fawn. We're not taking her, but that's okay. She'll still get some use, I think. Yeah, I think it should be okay. Yeah, so if we lose the battleship or the getter, we're out, but that's fine now. We definitely want to like get on the base though. These are like good terrain tiles and we do not want the enemies on them if we can help it at all. I think we'll just let Lala snipe from where she is. And just like try and clean up with the big rows. That seems fine. Yeah. I can definitely think of a few future stages that might cause you issues, so I'm looking forward to seeing how you solve those. Okay, cool. I look forward to it. That seems fun. Is it like I have played this game before, so like I do kind of remember them. You don't have to necessarily describe the stage, but if you just like would it be more or less fun to you if I knew they were coming up soon? Like, do you know if one's coming up you want to tell me? I'm kind of curious which ones they are. And like, unfortunately, the short answer of it might be that we just like don't do it. We just like can't follow our challenge for a bit. But if that feels like too easy and boring, we could also like try to find a way to make it work. But like that's also kind of what I was talking about like a while ago when we were talking like planning. That if we know that there is a scenario that forces us like that we own that like like we get another circumstance like we only have the Raijin O to use, that we know we needed to upgrade them like far ahead of time to like make the actual like challenge clearable. That might be fun for like future iterations, and we don't have to like find a way to like quote unquote cheat a challenge. One stage I have in mind involves the Double Zeta Gundam, so a lot later. Okay. Do we not have the Double Zeta already? I guess we only... No, I think we have the Double Zeta, but... Yeah, but I mean, like, it can still be a reference point that it's, like, well into the future when we have to use it, though. I'm pretty sure we got the Double Zeta when we got Judo and the rest of them. I don't think he shows up in the Zeta Gundam. I think it pulls people... like they are using their later suits. Like Bichu gets switched to the Hyakushiki, and then Ru is in the Zeta Gundam, I think. That's not a question of you. I just... Why is everything flipping large? Okay, some people are hurt. Do you have an Excel? We can get you into... No. Okay, we'll just get far away from combat as possible. Get you in the battleship. Maybe we are gonna... I think actually we're gonna end up giving up these tiles for a minute. And then just, like, get back on them. But I don't like the idea of leaving these 3, like, high and dry out on their own. But, like, maybe we put Jin far away. Yeah, like... That might be the answer. We don't want to get XP off of killing something that's not actually going to get used. Oh, Emma got hurt. Simone. Heal her up. Great. And we might as well put them together for support reasons. What time is it? We've been going for about 3 hours now. Okay, cool. So we theoretically should have taken a break a bit ago, but that's okay. Who's getting passed off to? Yes, I'd rather the bat shoe. This is just going to be melee, so we don't have the beam coating, but that's fine. It also has the shield defense. Man, maybe the right Geno units are just going to be a liability. Or maybe I'm worried about it too much, because we did, like, all of the Laser enemies we were fighting were all small, so, like, having some small units to like, work with would be helpful. But yeah, maybe it's just that the Raijino is just, like, not going to be as much of a carry as I was thinking it was going to. And then we'll just, like, we'll deploy it, like, by context. Not that I will necessarily know what the context is, not having seen everything. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out. I do think this is the end of this scenario, though. Like, once we clear all of this, I think we are, like, done. So we probably won't be here for much longer. If we wait till at the end of this, though, we'll probably be, like, so close to the end of stream that it's not even worth it. So you know what? It's like, it's just 3 hours. So you know what? Maybe let's take a break. We got to be healthy. I want to try and I've been forgetting to do, like, all of my segments. So, like, we need to take a break. We need to do some unit analysis again at the end. So we'll call it here for a second. I will be back in a little bit. Please go take care of your body, whatever that means. Bathroom, food, water. I'm going to go do the same. And I will meet you back here in a little bit. Go grab delicious snacks. I'm going to grab some raspberries. It's around Christmas. Maybe you have some, like, Christmas confections. Enjoyable. And I'll meet you back here in a minute. Take care for now. I am returned. Oh, Yankee left. Hopefully only temporarily. I always feel weird about, like, leaving partway through for breaks without having anything up. But, that's fine. It's fine. Hopefully you all got something delicious. I feel like I think I probably said Christmas because that's what I celebrate. But I feel like this time of year is just like prone for like good treats. I mean, I know a lot of my viewership is not from the U.S. So like, if anyone has like fun winter time like dessert to share, they would like to share. I'm very curious. Okay. The white base can probably handle. The white base probably can't do much of those. You have 7 range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so you'll stay there. That's fine. We can counterattack the MOBA then. Okay. 6 range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The bull's fine where it is. Or sorry, no, that's exactly the opposite of true. The bull's going to stay where it is if we don't move. So let's get out of the way. Oh, actually, no. Hold on. This is 6 range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So no, actually, we're gonna end up staying anyway because of Beecha. That's okay. I guess we will. This is just clear map, so I guess we can just like set in on the boar. Yeah. You have another support attack. But you are not flying. I guess we kind of want to do something like this to like get them to fall back. We don't have Pierce, but let's try and use a Valor to see if we can skip the support defenses because it's going to go over. No, okay. That's fine. Pull you back here. Yeah, like that'll work. Have a focus. I keep forgetting that we're allowed to use like extra money at effects now. Maybe we won't kill the boar this turn, but we'll get close. Yeah. I guess we can chain alpha, beta, gammas again. Or not. Oh, Borrelios does not have enough morale. That's a shame. I don't think we can get 2 kills to, like, get him to 110. Yeah, there were just, like, so few units to kill that, it was, like, harder to bring his morale up. It also doesn't help that he's standing on a forest. Like, that is making things a bit difficult for us. Do you have... Oh, my word. Has 3 support attacks. Okay. You also should be on the ground. You have an S on the ground. I gotta keep remembering that. Yeah, so let's try and pull the Buster Rancher 3 times then. I mean, we can still take the boar out this turn. This needs to be good. Oh. Yeah, the whole body. Thank you. Right, we don't care about that attack. We care about that it can call here. Good. I was hoping that this could also then call the Gunpa's attack. Is it Denji? What if we sniper? I think this is this is enough. That'll work. We just need to live the hit. We are at full HP. Do we risk this? This is this melee attack. It's 3,500 power. 347. I don't think we're actually going to risk that. Never mind. That snipe was a waste. I should have looked at what my stats were first. Okay, let's come in here. Oh, this is fine. This is fine because we can still pull the. We'll pull this into the head though. Like that stuff doesn't matter really. It's fine. It won't kill the gunpla though. Yeah, that 100% would have killed the bird. Okay. This is good. I just did not clock the fact that Amu had 3 support attacks. Like, we really could be pumping out so much damage with the Bat Show. You know what? No, I think he's dead this turn. Oh, that was enough morale in the Borrelios. The morale formulas are interesting in this game because we got 2 off of that. Oh, you just can't ever support attack if you use this like combo. Interesting. If you use a combination attack, I thought you just couldn't support with like the people around you. Interdasting. Okay. Well, I want the fortune. I want like Amu to get this, so have a cheer. Like that's probably gonna be the play. You know what? Oh, we don't need a valor. We don't need a valor because we have a valor on Atlas. If this isn't lethal, yeah. I mean, if this isn't lethal, I'm going to be kicking myself, but I think we're good. No, awful, awful. This is what I get for not knowing the calcs. Okay, that's fine. Oh, but it didn't call the valor for the support attack. I think that's probably pretty standard, but. Okay. How much did this do? Okay, so that would have killed anyway. 3 levels, though. We missed out on 5k money. That's fine. I wish there was a part that could change our size to, like, actually make these things do something. I wonder if we have time for another map. Like, we could either get another map done, or we could do some, like, unit, like, art analysis, which we haven't done in so long. I would rather play the game more, just because we also skipped... Yeah, you know, no, we'll do another map after this. Because we did skip the, Or maybe we won't, depending on what gets deployed here. Because we did skip last Monday. Oh, never mind. We still got more stuff to do. Okay. Okay, so probably killing Bat is what triggers that. I'm so good at this, and by so good at this, I mean so bad at it. Like, I always call it whenever it's just about to change. Nope, I want you to kill the MOBA. You're only worth 1,200. We should have Mondo with... No, the only person we did bring with was Mondo. Cool, great. Good planning, Austin. Very well done. And Bako Ryuo is the one that has the scan that is that we like need to like spend down on. I just figure if we're going to do this, we may as well like scan off of people who need it. But I actually no, I already know what these do. I look at them again. They're size large. Okay. The Raijin units are just like not getting a good showing to start, but that's fine. How healthy are you? You're healthy enough that I want you to take some damage for healing purposes. Good. Good. Have you make this snipe and come all the way down. We'll save Rue's fortunes. Or her one blessing. Who else has blessing? Oh, never mind. We've still got so many left. Okay. No, we gotta learn how to spend these better. We gotta learn to spend these more. That'll work. So I think we've got more to burn than we have units left on the map. So I know Lala has some also. This shouldn't be lethal. Yeah. You have blessings, though. I feel like we saw that people still had fortunes left. Oh, right. Amu's is a fortune. That's fine. And then we just full send everyone forward. As long as we just like don't block off the healing, we'll be good. Man, we still got like an hour left. Maybe we should. Maybe I will still talk about. Maybe we do talk about the Tekkaman a little bit. You know what? Yeah. You know what? Let's talk Tekkaman. We're just not gonna talk plot so much. I want to talk about some goofs. I wrote a lot of notes, so like I'm like deeply invested in this, but there's just like so much bad animation that is happening. I think the most like noticeable one is, oh boy, okay, no, we're super not done. Good gracious. Okay, I guess now I'm questioning if we're gonna end on time. The most obvious one is during his henshin, during D-Boy's henshin in episode 2. Look at the top right corner. There's just, I didn't want to do that. There's just hair, it like in shot. It's very. I always find those like particularly funny. They feel really obvious to me, but like I'm also just I get hair everywhere, so like I'm used to having to look for it. So like maybe you just don't see it. But it looks so big and obvious on the, I guess, are these cells? But there's like a lot of just like not thought out drawn stuff. Like I think it's probably because they're reusing a lot of animation cells where when D-Boy is in a different outfit than his usual like blazer, when they give him reaction frames, they usually just switch him to wearing that blazer. So like in episode 6, he has the spacesuit on because he's going into the abandoned part of the ring to find the communique with the like person calling the distress signal, but it's actually Dagger. Are we back? Thank goodness we are back. Okay. Well, we got a blip there, but it's gone now. I was about to say our live performance has been going without a hitch, but we had a bit of a snafu there, but that's fine. But yeah, if you couldn't hear me before, if we do go down, I will come back live right away. So just like go look for another stream right away. Or don't. Maybe you're maybe that's enough and you're done for the night. That's fine too. Where were we? Oh yes, yeah, right. So like a defining part of Dagger's character is that he keeps the scar on. And like as he's saying that he's choosing to keep his scar to who I am at this point presuming is Omega. We don't know. We've not been told that yet, but he's acting like he's like the supreme leader of the Radam. You can see the side of his face. It's the right side of his face that has the scar on it. And the right side of his face is what's in camera shot. And they just drew it like flat. They didn't draw it with any of the scar or damage. Like, this like fully defeats the point of the scene if you do it this way. I don't get it. Because like that feels like a really obvious goof, right? Like because it's about his character. How do you mess that up? Oh. Are we still live? Are we good? Okay, sorry. My YouTube page crashed that time. My OBS did not, but my internet browser crashed. We're good. Okay. Staying right there is fine. That's good. We've got someone to heal. Have a fortune here. I'm really surprised how much play the Gunpa has been getting. It really cleans up so hard. This shouldn't kill. Yeah, good. Then we have Big Rose to use. We'll let Beecha do one. Yeah, I was so excited about how cheap Beecha's fortunes are. I need to like actually use them. But this same like goof with Dagger's face happens like 10 times over the course of that episode. It's like pretty 1, 2, 3. It is like pretty distracting to me. Not, I mean, it is distracting. It's not like in the worst way, right? It is still kind of funny. By it. Also, especially in the first episode, where just like watch Dagger's weapon. More than it just being silly that a man named Dagger uses a bow primarily. Like the two sides of the bow are technically daggers, kind of a little bit if you squint. You also got to squint to see what the weapon is because good gracious does it change like every opportunity. Every time it's in a different path, like every time it's in a different frame, it's a different weapon. There's a period where it looks like Blade's weapon, and it's supposed to be more of these like long curved swords. And it just isn't that. And then other times it just looks like a generic sword. Like it just like can't hold its shape at all. I feel like they just like they weren't sure what they wanted it to look like, so they kind of just went, it's weapon shaped. But like even Blade's blade changes shape pretty dramatically. Where in the first episode, his weapon is predominantly a lance that has those two little like arrow tips on it. And like I want to be clear that I'm calling them little arrow tips on purpose. Because they sort of they look like arrowheads that sort of just like nest on top of the very front of his weapon, where later it's like his weapon is 3 segments to it, and those arrowheads are like 1/3 the length of the blade. And, like, the show doesn't seem to acknowledge that it has changed. It's not like he's gotten a new weapon, right? It's not like he's gotten an upgrade somehow that's, like, getting him to change how he's fighting. It's... They just, like, drew it differently. It's still recognizably the same weapon in those shots. It's just... You know... Functions very differently. Admittedly, though, his weapon is just... I think his weapon is just kind of silly. I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. It is, but it is just, like, kind of funny to me. It looks very impractical. But putting blades on two sides of a weapon is just very, like, what are you doing? Like the top and bottom bit of it, like, there's reason why you don't want to do that. Like, don't... keep those sides available for you to, like, put your hands on. Actually, no. These should be going over here because these are medium-sized. So we can actually, like, do something for once with the Raijin units. I do appreciate that the Raijin units are, like, the Raijin O. That's not right. I do appreciate that the Raijin O characters are able to actually fight their own units in a way that is, like, somewhat vaguely cogent. That's fine. We need to get her off the map at ASAP. Lishiana. Reshiane is a menace if we leave her around too long. Oops. I need her to split off from the battleship. The problem is that she also just has, like, a really devastating weapon that I think we're probably kind of playing into by staying here. I guess we probably just do, like, this. Yeah, and just, like, start trying to sink this battleship. Now. Oh, that might be a problem. We might lose Kai if we're not careful. Okay, so let's pull Kai back then. This seems... No, let's do this. And see if when we pass over this first support attack, it goes to its full body. No, it doesn't. Okay, that's fine. I was curious. I don't think we've ever tried that before. Or if we have, I just couldn't tell you what the answer was going to be. Okay, that's fine. And then... Oh, you don't have HP regen. We have to be worried about... We have to be wary of the repair kit. Yeah, that's totally fine. This is why we have them set up here. Can bring in the exhausts. Oh, that's an interesting way that formation moved. This needs to just be a block because it should not be the Daltanius. Yeah, there's the map attack. Oh no, we left Kai in range of the map attack. Okay. Good lord. See, this is what I mean. Like, that's... Okay, I think she is in a position where no one is immediately threatened by her map attack now. Oh boy. Okay. We need to get everybody repaired as fast as possible. You know what? So much so, I think we might just send people back into the battleship just to be safe. Yeah, I think let's do this. This is the, like, least threatening. This threatens our units the least. The fact that they're all in formation is also kind of butts. Man. Okay. Oh, you still got lots of SP left. Okay, okay, this is fine. Let's keep these two separate. We'll keep chipping away here. And... yeah, flash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be okay. She is in map attack range, but I just don't... There's only... I think there's only... There's one target that way. That just does not feel like what's going to happen. I like this better to try and call the Gundam Sniper multiple times. Yep. Or the Gundam Sniper. It may as well be a Gundam at this point. How hurt is Amu? Not enough that we can't heal her if something goes wrong. Let's do it. Yeah, that's fine. We'll heal with the other doll. Put the focus on now just to be safe. We can go forward. We're still out of map attack range from here. Okay, that's fine. Take these controls out. This forces him to use his spare parts, so now